following NHTV production is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers, HB Communications, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop, and North Haven Funeral Home.
Hello and welcome to Mike Vanacore Field for another edition of Friday Night Football on NHTV. Tonight, the North Haven Indians host the 5-0 Shelton Gales. My name is Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys, and
Michael,
you know, the North Haven Indians, we have known this team, to be a force we're reckoning with,
yes.
But unfortunately they have lost their last two home games after winning 10 consecutive home games in the regular season. The last home game that they lost was against Darien back on November 13th, 2013.
seems like a long time ago, doesn't it?
It's been a long, long time since then. Now, Trevor, how does this team get back on track?
I mean, they just got to get back to the basics. I mean, North Haven is known as a running team. The last game, I heard, they gained 37 yards on 31 carries. When you think of North Haven football, you think of running the football, and you think of turnovers and pressure on the quarterback. You haven't seen that, but you have seen that on the road. You haven't seen that team, what they haven't been able to do it in all of their games. They do it on the road, but with the two games that we've seen, it seems like North Haven's run game is non-existent. No pressure on the quarterback. That's pretty much what they have to do to get back on track. It's a big game, so we'll have to see what kind of North Haven team will show up tonight.
Another interesting fact about the defense, as you mentioned, pressure with the quarterback.
Yeah.
Only 2 sacks this year. One of them is actually from their starting quarterback, Jack Steinman, and the other from Carson Teverts. And, you know, this is a team that has a lot of people that left, and the position that hurt the most is the offensive line, and they are going to be tested tonight against a Shelton team that comes into this game with 17 and a half sacks.
Only 5 games, think about
in
that.
5 games, 17 and a half sacks, Trevor. What do they have to do to stop this defensive line and linebacker core of Shelton?
Well, they have to keep Jack Steinman up straight. When you've seen Jack Steinman have time, he looks like a remarkable quarterback. We've seen that, but when he's getting pressured and he's uncomfortable in the pocket, he's just your ordinary quarterback that's always getting pressured. You have to win. The North Haven team wins games in the trenches. You haven't seen that from North Haven. That's why they're losing these close games, is because the battle in the trenches. That's where you win these football games, and we haven't seen that from North Haven. They have a tough task, like you said. They play against a great defensive front that's going to make Jack Steinman very uncomfortable. They have to do their best to keep their senior quarterback upright.
Now we have a new segment here on the pregame show on Friday Night Football. It is Trevor's Keys to the Game, and it's brought to you by Forget Me Not, the full-service flower shop. Trevor, give us the 3 keys for North Haven.
Well, for North Haven, like I already said, get back to the basics. Establish the run game. This is North Haven's bread and butter. If they don't have a run game, it's going to be tough for North Haven to succeed, to be successful tonight. Being missed tackles. We've talked about this the past couple games that we've seen at home. They have a lot of missed tackles. They have to tackle, and they have to run, as we call them, the tribe, together and make these tackles, because these are good players for the Shelton Gales. For the second part, you got to get Mark Montano the ball. You got to get your playmakers the ball.
Tom Dodge as well.
Tommy Dodge, who's been their most explosive runner. Keep Jack Steinman upright. And thirdly is you have to play, the quarterback that they're going against tonight is a great dual threat quarterback in David Wells. That's what they have to do. If they can contain him and minimize him as best they can, then you might see a huge upset in the SEC tonight with the Indians. Now for Shelton, well, it's pretty much simple. I mean, they're number 3 in the state for a reason. I mean, they cause turnovers. They have 11 turnovers so far in 5 games, 6 picks, I believe, and 5 fumbles. They get the ball back on their offense, and they have to contain, like we said for North Haven, containing David Wells. Well, Shelton has to contain 4 players, the 4-headed monster I like to call them, in Jack Steinman, Tom Dodge, Max Sullivan, and Mark Montano. If they can establish and try to kind of minimize those 4, then Shelton will come out and continue to stay undefeated.
It's going to be a great matchup. The 3-2 Indians host the 5-0 Shelton Gales, and it comes up next. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV. Shelton has won the toss and has elected to receive. So North Haven will kick off here to start another exciting edition of Friday Night Football. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys again with you. And Trevor, this is going to be a great matchup.
I can't wait. It's just another great SEC matchup between the Gales, the number 3 team in the state, against the North Haven Indians. Let's see what type of team North Haven team shows up. Is it going to be the team that's won 3 games on the road and is in dominating fashion? Or is it going to be the 2 losses that we've seen at home from North Haven? We'll have to see. Should be a fun one.
Armando Martinez and Paul Ferrigno back deep for the Gales as Colin Finkel is kicking things off for the Indians. And it's a line drive angled kick. This one might go out of bounds, and it will go out of bounds at the 2. So that's terrible start for the Indians.
Well, not the start you wanted. As I said in the pregame, get back to the basics, be disciplined. That's not the start you want to see from the Indians in a big game like this. Your season's on the line. I mean, yeah, you don't want to get ahead of yourself with talking about playoffs, but the season's on the line, and not the start you wanted for this type of game. But they are going to re-kick. So Finkel does get another chance.
Gets another chance for a kick, so we'll see that again. They'll take the 5-yard penalty for North Haven. So Colin Finkel will kick from the 35. And it's another low line drive kick. This one will be returned. That one will be returned by Martinez. He gets to the 20. He's got a hole and he could break free and gets tackled at the 35-yard line by Tom Dodge. One of the guys that we brought up in the pregame show needs to really focus today, especially in the running game. He was the leading rusher last game in a rushing attack that only carried 31 times for 37 yards.
Yes, that's when you think of North Haven football, that's not what you expect. And like I've already saw from the start, missed tackle, 2 undisciplined plays already. Kick out of bounds, got lucky on that play, and then missed tackles already. Good field position for the Shelton Gales right now.
First and 10 for Shelton. And there's the handoff. Goes to the near side and tackled there by Kyle Malillo and Zach Orth, 2 of the leading tacklers on this team for North Haven.
Great job by Kyle Malillo right there. Shedding the block, staying outside, making sure the the running back doesn't come back inside. Great job of containing right there and keeping them instead of making a huge gain. It's only a 3-yard gain.
David Wells behind center. Very versatile quarterback. Man in motion. Fakes the handoff, throws, and he's got a man up front. And he's got a first down, a little extra. Could break through and tackle at the 43-yard line, a first down for Shelton.
Caught him off guard. You saw the read option. Great decision-making right there to keep it, make the throw, saw his target right up the seam, it seemed like. North Haven has to do a better job of being aggressive, right? Instead of being so conservative and not put in any blitz packages for a kid like David Wells. as well as the linebackers can't be over pursuing as well. And you saw them right there. Missed opportunity for the Indians, and Shelton's off to a great start.
Handoff goes to Rich, up the gut, and gains about 2 or 3.
He decided to keep it right there. Great job by Corbin Bakora right there, bringing him back inside for the linebacker to make the tackle.
So 2nd and 3 with the ball at the 35-yard line. Rich behind Wells, fakes the handoff and another play action up the middle. That's going to be a first down.
Same kind of play call. They saw the two safety high right there. And David Wells, again, right up the seam. It seems like the Gales are finding a little weakness, glaring hole right now so far in the first drive of right up the seam, passing it to his tight end, extended for another big play for the Gales.
Gain of 15 there for the first down. 2 completions for David Wells already with 38 passing yards. He's got a 1st and 10 from the 20. Hands it off again to Rich. Wide open up the gut. And he will have a 1st and goal with a ball at the 3-yard line. A nice run there by Rich.
And I've said that the North Haven Indians the keys to the game. I said one of them is inside the trenches. And right now, the North Haven defensive line right now is getting dominated right now. First carry of the game, and it goes for a big one. Shelton looks like they're about to go in to score.
The pass to the left side is caught in the end zone for a touchdown.
And that's a very easy drive. And the reason why you see an easy pass like that to David Wells to his receiver is North Haven's playing so far off the ball. They're playing 5 or 7 yards off the ball. Their cornerbacks are already in the end zone. You're giving them that much space. They'll pick you apart. A good quarterback will pick you apart. And you just saw it in the first drive.
So quick strike there for...
They made that look easy.
They made that very easy. They start with the ball with the start of the quarter, 9:36 left in this quarter, so very, very quick.
Not the start North Haven wanted. But
and the extra point is good.
That's the start Shelton wanted. Picked them apart through the passing game and the running game right there. One big run, I should say, and 2 big passes right up the seam. Same kind of play call you saw.
So with 9:36 to go in the first quarter, Shelton gets on the board. They lead 7-0. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV. Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of
Forget Me Not, full-service flower shop.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday Night Football. So we start North Haven's first possession with a kickoff after Shelton scores a touchdown. And this one's going to roll between Montano and Dodge going to the end zone, so they'll start at the 20-yard line.
Not the start you want to see right now from North Haven. Special teams and defensively not right now. They just look out of sync right now. Hopefully the offense could come in, establish some sort of run game with Dodge, Steinman, as well as Sullivan and Montano and Jack Steinman through the air, throwing it to Kyle Malillo. We'll see if the offensive line could keep him straight up, because when he does a great job.
1st and 10 with the ball at the 20-yard line. It is a very bunched up formation, and now they start to spread. Jack Steinman behind center.
And Shelton did not get confused with that kind of play call, as you could tell.
Steinman tries to take it himself. He'll actually lose yards on the play after bumping into a lineman.
They tried to catch him off guard with going with the audible, trying to split out the receivers right there, trying to get him a little confused. It did not work.
So 2nd and 11, so he loses 1 officially. Not a good start so far defensively, and not a good start offensively for
and
North
special
Haven.
teams, you have to say. Special teams as well. It hasn't in sync right now so far for the Indians.
A lot of motion going on behind center, and we have a timeout called. Timeout called by North Haven with 8:52 to go, and that's their first timeout. So when they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout too. 7-0 Shelton leads. You're watching North Haven High School football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of HB Communications.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday.
Haven timeout. 2nd and 11, some miscommunication. So they already burned a timeout, gave up a touchdown, and lost a yard on their first play from scrimmage. Handoff, throws to the near side, and that one's complete from Tom Dodge to Kyle Malillo.
No, yes. It seems like that's the go-to receiver for the Indians is Kyle Malillo. Great job right there. Catch him off guard with the audible, and then throwing and confusing him right there. They do a great job so far, the North Haven. We've seen a lot of different kind of passes this year, and they're doing it more successful than we saw probably last year. With their run game been a huge struggle this year. The passing game has really been keeping them in ball games.
So it'll be 3rd and 3 from the 27-yard line. There's a snap, and run in between the tackles. And there is a helmet on the field. Dodge was the carry, and he's short. I believe they might, we'll see where they mark it. It's very close.
It says it's a
Yeah, they're going to give him the first down. So a 3-yard carry for Tom Dodge gives them a first down.
It's a good start for the Indians. That's what they needed. They didn't need a quick 3-and-out, especially with the way the defense just gave up a quick touchdown, right? Shelton going right down and scoring. This is what the Indians need. Give the defense a little rest and try to get them back into the game.
So 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. More motion going around. Now Steinman is behind the center. Snap goes to Steinman, rolls to the far side, and he'll gain the 1 yard that he lost on the previous run that he had earlier.
So he's back at 0. But I continue to say with Jack Steinman, the most thing I'm impressed by with him seeing so far this year is the decision making. He's not causing a lot of turnovers. He's doing a great job of making smart decisions, whether that's if he sees the pass right there, he'll throw it to his target, and if he doesn't see it, he decides to run with it. It's a good decision making right there.
2nd and 8 is the official mark with the ball at the 33-yard line. A lot of movement going around trying to confuse this Shelton defense. And it's a spin move up the middle, and Shelton is not fooled there.
Yeah, great job by the linebacker from just scoping that out from the start, trying to catch him off guard. Again, we've been seeing a lot of audibles out. There's a lot of motion with the North Haven offense so far in this first drive, and Shelton is not getting fazed by it, not being confused. And another big 3rd down for the North Haven Indians.
3rd down and 8. A little over 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. 3 wide receivers out, 2 on the near side. Steinman rolls out, throws into double coverage, and it's incomplete, intended for Kyle Malillo.
Yeah, not smart decision. He saw the safety there. He tried to think he could thread the needle right there, but good play by the Shelton safety right there of scoping that out from the start and causing the Indians to go for a 4th down.
So it will be 4th and 8. Colin Finkel back to punt for North Haven. Back to return is Paul Ferrigno for the Gales.
This is a big drive coming up for the North Haven defense. We're going to see what they're really made up of, especially giving up that easy score for the Gales. We're going to see if they could try to kind of get some kind of punch in there and cause a little problem for David Wells, the quarterback of Shelton.
Good punt by Finkel, and it will be returned by Ferrigno. Nice tackle there by Kyle Malillo, and it's just a return of 3 yards. Some extracurricular activity going on, and a flag is called.
They have to stay disciplined tonight. This is a big-time game, big-time atmosphere. It's an important game in the season. You have to stay disciplined. They're going to try to get in your head. They're high school kids. That's what they do. I was once a high school kid. I was one of those undisciplined players at times. Trust me. It ruins your team. It hurts your team. Play smart. It was both. It was on North Haven and defense and Shelton.
So both Mark Montano and Armando Martinez will be penalized for that. The penalties will offset. So Shelton will start with the ball at the 33-yard line, I believe, is the official mark.
It's an easy call to make for the referee right there. You saw both players trying to be a little over-aggressive right there. Got to throw the flag.
So they start with a 1st and 10. Handoff. No, it's a fake. And David Wells goes 10 yards before he's even contested with a contact. Mark Montano ends up with the tackle, but it's going to move the chains regardless.
Great decision on David Wells. This kid is very highly athletic as a quarterback, a dual-threat quarterback. Continues to improve and show why he's one of the best in the state. And great decision-making right there, keeping the ball and going for another first down for the Shelton Gales.
1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. There's a handoff on the end around. That is to Rich. Flag on the play, right near where he was tackled by Zach Orth.
Paul Pregame on the carry, tackled by Zach Orth. There's a flag on the play, and it's going to be holding against Shelton.
So it's a holding penalty against Shelton. That's a 10-yard penalty.
Now I want to see what I haven't seen this type of team with Shelton yet, and I want to see what type of team they are in this kind of situation where it's 1st and 20, long distance right now, what decisions they make. You have a dual-threat quarterback who can make plays with his feet and his arm, so it may not be as hard for him. This is a big opportunity for North Haven to get out of this drive looking like Shelton was going to go in for possibly another score. They set themselves back with the 10-yard penalty. Maybe it's a huge break for the Indians right here.
So it'll be 2nd and 20. Snap, fakes, and the pass is nearly intercepted.
Similar play call from the Shelton Gales from the first drive, trying to see if they could catch North Haven off guard again, throwing right in between the slot and the safety right there. Max Sullivan, great job of reading that from the start, coming up almost getting a pick six probably right there. So great job, great eye by Max Sullivan. And now it's 2nd and 20, a big break for the Indians.
2nd and long. Shotgun formation for Shelton. 3 wide receivers on the far side. Wells trying to draw, and he breaks a couple tackles, loses his helmet, keeps his feet going, and he gets to the original line of scrimmage. So a run of 6 yards on the play for Wells.
I just enjoyed that play as a whole. Just watching the Indians, I mean, they had him in the backfield, as I said, missed tackles. They're killing the Indians this year. A lot of missed tackles. It's instead of it being 3rd and 18, it's 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 right now. Great play by David Wells. That means he has to come out right now because his helmet flew off. But great play right there by David Wells, escaping the pressure right there and getting out. Looked like a Johnny Manziel back in college escape right there. So they got to bring the backup in now.
So Jake the Snake Roberts behind the line.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Taking the snap. Roberts rolls out, fakes a pass, has an open hole, and he's going to get the first down and a little extra. He crosses midfield and gets just shy of the 40-yard line.
Great job by Jake the Snake right there. I mean, it was going towards the boundary, and he saw all green on the opposite field. The North Haven Indians completely over-pursue. You didn't see anybody on that side, and it was an easy first down for Jake the Snake. So a golden opportunity for the Indians kind of just ran out right there. Instead, now it's another first down for the Gales and looking like they're going to go drive again.
So already referenced one well-known name in common with athletes, with Jake Roberts, and of course David Wells behind the line now.
That should
Fakes
be
a handoff, a penalty as it passes up the middle for a first down. That's Ferrigno. He's still up, and eventually he's brought down just shy of the 10-yard line, but this one could be getting called back.
Illegal, man was still in motion.
So illegal motion against Shelton, so that play gets negated.
Another Lincoln break for the North Haven Indians, looking like the same play. What I've been seeing from the Shelton Gales passing game right now is pretty much nothing on the outsides, more of in the slot game right there, going up the seams right now. And the Indians haven't figured it out in the first 2 drives, and Shelton's making it look easy right now. The Indians have to make adjustments right now and see that. They're continuing to pick them apart right up the seam.
After the 5-yard penalty, it'll be 1st and 15. .554 to go in the first quarter. Shelton leads 7-0. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV, brought to you in part by HB Communications. As we slow things down here with Shelton with 4 wide receivers out. He's got Ronnie Rich to his left. A screen pass is up in the air and nearly picked off by Jamoria Hooks.
Bubble screen right there, almost a pick for Jamoria Hooks right there for the Indians, and almost another opportunity right there. They're due for a big turnover so far. We haven't really seen. Has the Indians have any turnovers in the home games this year? Maybe 1 or 2, I believe.
There was an interception last game.
Oh yes, Mark Montano.
So 2nd and 15 after the incompletion intended for Joe Zappi, who scored the first touchdown in this game, the lone score. Bunch formation on the far side. Wells looks to throw. He's got pressure, and he breaks through the sack. Still has it, throws it, and it's complete as the defender falls to the ground. A first down and a little extra. That's for Rigno. You can't let that happen, Trevor. You just can't.
You had the golden opportunity to sack. It's just great play, extending the play. That's what a great quarterback does, extends the play with his legs. But a cardinal rule for a quarterback, he got a very lucky break right there. What's the cardinal rule, Michael? You never throw across the field.
No.
Never throw across their body. You always see usually a pick, a guy right there to make a play. But instead, it's a huge game for Shelton.
As you just saw before we cut to the field, Coach Sagnella pacing through the sidelines right now.
Their defense is getting picked apart right now. They have to make some kind of adjustments right now. What I'm seeing right now, they continue to have these corners playing 5 or 6 yards off the ball, and it's making easy play for the Shelton receivers to catch the ball and make big gains.
Handoff goes through. Rich is trying to file through. Another helmet falls off. These Shelton Gales just can't keep their helmets on.
They got to get better helmets, I think. That's just not what. Yeah, but I think, what is that? The second run from this running back. Ronnie Rich's second run, and it's another huge gain. The Indians have given up 2 big runs from Ronnie Rich right now. It looks like the Gales are going to go in another easy score right now. The Indians have to figure something out. They have to get together as a defensive unit right now and figure things out right now, because Shelton is picking them apart in the run game and in the passing game.
They are going to go for a measurement just to confirm it is, in fact, a first down.
They are getting no push in the defensive line right now. They had their opportunity for a sack. It's not happening. David Wells extends the play, makes a great play to his receiver. And looks like the Gales are going in for another score and make this a 2-touchdown game.
And, in fact, it was a first down, so a gain of 11 for Ronnie Rich. First and goal from the 2.
It seems like David Wells' favorite target so far, as I've been looking, is Paul Ferrigno. I mean, he's been their go-to receiver right now, the sophomore, having a great game so far.
The handoff is up the middle. Jack Carr is in the end zone for a touchdown.
And the Gales continue to make it look very easy. That's why they're one of the top teams in the state. I almost said the nation, but they're one of the top teams in the state, number 3 right now, and they're making it look easy right now. Indians need some sort of spark, whether that be on the special teams aspect, the passing game. They're going to have to. They already look like they're struggling defensively, not being able to contain David Wells, stop Ronnie Rich, and the passing game just looks to continue to have success throughout this night.
The extra point is good. Shelton takes the lead, 14-0. You're watching North Haven High School football, Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of North Haven Funeral Home.
Don't Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Nothing is the score as Shelton scores again. A 2-yard touchdown run from Carr gives Shelton a 14-0 lead as North Haven tries to answer back. They need to score here. You can't make this a 3-score game against this team. A good kick. This one going to be returned by Dodge? No, it won't be.
Yeah, this is a huge drive for the Indians right now. You're down 2 scores. You haven't been really able to establish anything offensively as well. And the defense looks to be struggling throughout the night. Offense has to pick them up right now.
So 13 yards on their first drive, got a first down.
But they have to continue to try to establish some sort of run game. North Haven is a run-heavy team. That's what they predicate their game plan on, is running the football. They have to somehow establish the run game right now.
1st and 10. Fakes the handoff. The pass up the middle is incomplete, intended for Kyle Malillo.
A little low right there. Had Kyle Malillo right in the middle of the field. Kind of a little low right there. Wasn't able to hang on to it.
So 2nd and 10 after another incompletion intended for Malillo.
Jack Steinman has time. The offensive line is giving him time to throw the ball. So he doesn't have to force anything. He doesn't have to rush anything because he has enough time to make the proper throw.
2nd and 10. Again, as North Haven tries to spread things around, move people around. And it is a end around. Mark Montano's got it, and he's going to break free. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Wells is going to get him. Yes! What a great saving play by David Wells after a terrific run by Mark Montano, getting it to the 10-yard line.
As I just said, North Haven needed some sort of spark. There's your spark. I love the play call right there. Catch him off guard with the misdirection right there, the counter. And again, your one of your fastest players on the field right there. Extend a big, long run right there for the Indians. And guess what? The Indians are right back in this game with a huge play by Mark Montano. But great play by David Wells of catching up and not giving up on the play.
Montano gets a 65-yard run there to give it 1st and 10. There's the snap. This time it is Dodge trying to get around to the end. He dives for the end zone. Is he in? Yes, he is. No, he's not. No, he's not. Shy.
We got excited. We
They
got
mark it at
overexcited.
the 1-yard line. It was very close.
Maybe it looks like the Indians, instead of running inside of the guards in the center and the tackles, the edge, the past 2 plays that we've seen have been on towards the edge, and they're gaining a lot of yardage and gaining great success with the edge play right there.
1st and goal. It's Hooks diving in the end zone for a touchdown. And just when the Indians needed it, they score a touchdown.
You can never-
A 1-yard run from Jamoria Hooks.
You can never count out the Indians. This is why that's why so many people know about the Indians. You can't ever give up on this team. Yes, they may be down, they may be struggling at times, but you never give up. They got a great coaching staff, you got great players, and the Indians are right back in this game with 2 big plays.
Colin Finkel to attempt the extra point. Dodges the holder. Good hold. Nearly blocked there, but he gets it through the uprights and good. So this game is now a 7-point game. Shelton has a chance to fight back, though. 3:28 to go. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of
Forget Me Not, full service flower shop.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of HB Communications.
3:28 to go. North Haven has made it a 7-point game as Finkel kicks things off to out of bounds again.
And North Haven stick will go out of bounds again.
Colin Finkel having a really tough time with kickoffs tonight. His second one to go out of bounds.
Yeah, just when you thought the Indians had some kind of momentum, and Colin Finkel, again, kicking the ball out of bounds. Yet the good thing is he gets a second chance.
So, yeah, they'll bring it 5 yards back, and then we'll have to re-kick.
This is a bunch of times I've seen Colin Finkel continue to kick the ball out of bounds. They have to do a better job of coaching this in practice because he's been doing it more than I've seen in the past recent years by the Indians.
So Finkel will try again from the 35. And this one is going to be fielded and returned. Gets around the side, breaks free, has a block, and is eventually tackled at the 42-yard line.
Great play by the Shelton returner right there and coming inside, kind of sucking the defense of the special teams right there, the return team. Oh, the coverage team, I meant to say, the coverage team, and then bouncing it outside for a huge gain. And the Gales, great field position all night so far. That's where you're seeing the success so far of this game is field position. Field position plays a huge part of the game. North Haven, you haven't seen great field position. The Gales have been having great field position the first 3 possessions, first 3 drives of the game for them.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. It's officially marked. Wells hands it off to Carr, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Great job right there, stopping one of the few runs that the Indians have stopped tonight. Great job by Jamori Hicks, the linebacker from the outside, coming in. Really liked his instinct right there and making the tackle.
2nd and 10, just under 3 minutes to go. In the first quarter, Shelton leads 14-7. And really, even though it's a close game, a one-touchdown game, this team, the Shelton Gales, have really dominated this game so far.
Yeah, if you really take off that one play by Mark Montana right there, the Gales have completely dominated this game offensively, special teams, and defensively.
Jamoria Hooks, not fooled by the fake handoff there, able to contain David Wells, and he tackles him down for a loss of 3.
Yeah, Jamoria Hooks, 2 recent plays, great job of staying in contain right there and making a play and stopping a really elusive runner in David Wells. And it's another big 3rd down for the Indians. Let's see if they can get out of this huge situation right now, try to get the ball back, and maybe try to tie it up before going to the second quarter.
3rd and 13. Wells drops back, looks to throw. He's got time. The pass is low, and they will call it a incomplete pass.
He got lucky right there. He had the receiver open right there. Kind of confused them with the wheel. They kind of ran a post wheel on that situation where you saw the corner, Tommy Dodge, take the wheel route and kind of left open green right there for the receiver. If he gets that up a little higher, you're talking about another 1st down for the Shelton Gales.
The pass intended for number 39, David Demore, and this will bring Nick Andrade back to punt. Back to return is Mark Montano and Tom Dodge, both with the ability to run one back.
Yeah, but in this situation, short field right now, just play it smart. Get back on offense. Don't try to cause any craziness on the defense again and getting Shelton in great field position, possibly going up 2 scores right now. Just let it go.
And we have a
Must be a
flag on the
penalty.
play. They're going to call a delay of game against Shelton.
Just try to get some field position, making an easier kick for the Gales.
So they'll move it back 5 yards. So 4th and 18.
I like what I saw by the defense of North Haven. You're down 2 scores. You get some momentum right there on the long, quick drive by the Indians on offense. And now they're getting the ball back. Great job of playing in contain.
It's a fake punt. He's going to get to the sideline, and he's got a 1st down. Completely fooled the North Haven defense.
They caught me off guard. I thought the Indians would be getting the ball back, but hey, it's a gutsy play call, but it worked out in favor of the Gales right there. Kind of a little bad heads up by the Indians. Should have kind of possibly seen something like that. Maybe they ran it. Maybe they just didn't see it coming. And Shelton confuses the North Haven return team. And now it's another first down for the Gales.
A run of 23 yards on the fake punt from Rich.
A gutsy call right there by Coach Jeff Roy.
1st and 10 with just under 2 minutes to go. Rich gets the handoff through the middle and gets about 5 or 6 yards
And
on
his
the
helmet
carry.
came off again. What's wrong with these helmets?
I don't think they're strapped on.
I don't know. They might need to get new helmets. That's the 4th or 5th time I've seen a helmet come off on the Shelton Gales. Another successful run, though. They continue to gain off 5 to 6 yards of carry and making these easy conversions right now. Instead of making it a 2nd and 10, maybe, it's a 2nd and 5. It's easier for Shelton to. It's a basic play call for them. It's easy for them right now.
Shelton calls a timeout. 14-7, 1:29 to go. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of HB Communications.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of North Haven Funeral Home.
$14-7 with 1:30 to go in the first quarter as Shelton is winning 14-7. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys. And it is a fake handoff. David Wells is going to be stopped there, and the Tribe is really looking like the Tribe right now.
Yeah, they're doing a great job right there. Kind of tricked them off guard right there, seeing if they could catch North Haven off guard. But a great job by Corbin Pecora and the whole Tribe, as the defense, and as we call them, the Tribe. Great job of containing, I should say. My fault. Containing and not over containing and making it a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. You have to try to contain this type of quarterback, minimize him. Yes, he's going to be able to run. He's going to be able to throw, but you have to do your best to try to confuse him and minimize his athleticism.
And trying to do a quick pass there, and it's incomplete. Intended for Igno.
Well, the reason you're seeing these quick passes, like I've been saying, North Haven's playing so far off the ball, 5-6 yards, that if he hits that in target, you're possibly talking about a touchdown right there. An easy first down, though, but you're possibly talking about a touchdown because of how far they're playing off.
So 4th and 4, and it looks like they will go for a field goal here. It will be from 32 yards out. Joe Zoppi will kick it. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is not at all good. That one wide right.
Well, golden opportunity by the end. It looked like the Shelton Gales were going to possibly go in and score with the fake punt. And instead, the Indians get the ball back and looking like they're going to go into the second quarter with the ball still and maybe tying this up. Like I said, you just never can count out this Indians team. Just when you think it could have gotten ugly, North Haven stays in the game with a big play on offense, and the defense stays strong.
So again, North Haven starting at the 20-yard line. Every possession so far in this game, they've started from the 20.
Yeah, the field position has played a huge part of this game so far. You see Shelton having great success because of great field position. And North Haven, first couple of drives, started off poorly, but the last drive, great start.
Steinman throws, passes past the diving Tom Dodge.
Trying to throw the basic bubble screen right there, but not enough time. That's one of the few plays that you saw Jack Steinman under duress and under pressure right there and making it an off-balance throw, and that's why you saw the incompletion.
Steinman so far 0 for 3 in the passing game. 1 for 4 total for the entire passing offense for the Indians, and the only completion was from Tom Dodge to Kyle Malillo, their first attempt of the game. 2nd and 10. There's the snap. Run to the near side. Gets around the edge and about a gain of 5.
That was a great job by Tommy Dodge of reading his block by Max Sullivan and kicking the guy, our number 9 of Shelton, outside and getting a decent hole right there and gaining about 4 or 5 yards right there. So it makes it an easier third down for the North Haven Indians instead of a long 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10 situation.
3rd and 5. It's a manageable third down. Steinman gets a snap, rolls to the far side, dumps it. The pass is up in the air and eventually completed, and he's got enough for the first down.
He had enough time, too. A great job right there of keeping Jack Steinman up. He has plenty of time so far in this first quarter that I've seen, and a great play by Corbin Bacora, I believe, and almost dropping it, though. But great heads up, catching the ball and making a first down for the Indians.
That's the end of the first quarter, so the score 14-7, Shelton leads. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of HB Communications.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday night.
We start the second quarter with a 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. So, Trevor, the first quarter, a lot of hit and miss for North Haven.
Yeah, it started off like we said. It looked like this could have got out of hand very quickly, but the Indians managed to get a big play on offense and make this a one-possession game. And defensively, they started off really poorly, and they continue to be the past couple drives. We've seen a little more success each and every time.
The handoff goes to Montano. Tries to get around the tackle, and he can't. Gets 2 yards on the carry.
Montano on the carry. Picks up about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8 from the 33. There's the referee of today's game. Second and 8. There's a snap to Dodge. He throws. The pass is complete. Gets to the sideline. And that's a first down at the 47-yard line, a pass of 14 yards.
Great play, Tommy Dodge. Again, he seems to be probably their second most accurate passer. I mean, he is actually their most accurate passer coming into this game, who had started a 9 of 10. Well, you can't get much better, almost can't get much better than that. Mark Montano looked like if he doesn't slip, he might possibly score right there. He kind of did slip at the end of the play, with another big first down for the Indians. The offense making a lot of strides from the first couple possessions we've seen.
A lot of movement going around as Montano eventually gets the ball. He's got to the sideline again on first down, and a gain of 13 on the play.
Well, another great blocking on the edges right now by Jack Steinman, the quarterback. You might be surprised you're hearing that, but yes, this is the great thing about North Haven is that they use different type of players. You can have your quarterback in the wingback situation, or the tailback, or even the blocking back. It makes this offense so unique. But great job blocking by Corbin Bacora and Jack Steinman on the edge to get another first down for Mark Montano and the Indians.
1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. There's a snap to Dodge. He finds an open lane on the edge. He's got another first down, a gain of 13. So this is the North Haven running game that we needed to establish, and they're finally starting to establish it.
And you're seeing it. This is what they predicate their game plan on, is running the football. And you're not seeing it in between the tackles. You're seeing it more on the edge right now, and they're having great success right now, great blocking right now for these backs.
1st and 10 from the 28. Steinman Throws it deep to Malillo. It is caught! Break through the defenders, and it's a touchdown! Indians!
What a play by the Indians right there. Jack Steinman finding his favorite target right there, and Kyle Malillo, the senior, just a great effort right there, making the catch and staying up and making this a 14-13 game. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves right now. We have to make sure Colin Finkel makes this, but still, the Indians have all the momentum right now going in on defense, and they've really impressed me so far since the first couple of drives, I would have to say, Michael.
Colin Finkel for the extra point. Hold is good. Kick is up. It is good, and we're tied. 10:28 to go until the half. We're tied up at 14. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of
Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop.
Tied up at 14 with 10:28 to go. North Haven answers right back, and they are tied at 14 after really a big opportunity there. Shelton missing a field goal, which leads to the touchdown for North Haven.
The heart that I've seen from North Haven in these past couple drives, offensively and defensively, their season's on the line possibly, and they ain't giving up. I love what I'm seeing. I love what I'm seeing from the Indians right now.
A nice kick by Finkel, eventually caught by Martinez as he had to dive for it, and eventually it's caught at the 9-yard line.
And you can tell that the crowd's back into the game. They're feeding all, the momentum is all towards the Indians right now. Let's see what Shelton does. This is a big opportunity for the Gales and a big opportunity for the defense of the Indians right now. Continues the success of containing David Wells, and David Wells has to do a better job right now of getting the ball to his receivers. The past couple times we've seen him throw the ball a little wobbly, a little inaccurate right now. So we'll have to see. Hopefully the North Haven Indians can continue to contain the run game as well.
1st and 10 from the 9. Handoff goes to Rich. They bottle him up for a gain of only 1 or maybe 2.
Great job by the North Haven line right now. They're winning. I would say they're winning right now in the trenches. They started off so poorly in the trenches that I have to say I give the edge right now to the North Haven D-line and offensive line right now. And you've seen the success. Shelton has not been able to gain a lot of run right now. The run game has pretty much been non-existent the past couple drives.
Man in motion. Takes the handoff. Wells looks to throw deep. The pass is incomplete. Off the hand of Kyle Sastrom. Third down.
Another inaccurate throw by David Wells. If he hits that in stride, that's a first down for the Gales. He has him open with the corner route right there. That's the thing. He has his receivers open. He's just missing them right now. He's very inaccurate right now.
After starting the game with 3 completions for 38 yards, he is now 5 for 6 incomplete passes. Wells drops back, has pressure. He's got Corbin McCoy, misses the sack, still has time to pass, overthrown, it's 4th down.
Great job right there by Corbin McCoy, bringing the blitz. I like the aggressiveness right now by the Indians, changing it up a little bit. I like it, not being so conservative and being more aggressive. And you saw that throw right there was predicated on Corbin McCoy's pressure right there. So great job by the Indians defense once again, really containing David Wells and making him uncomfortable inside the pocket right now. And the Indians are going to get the ball back again with possibly good field position this time.
So Andrade will punt. Dodge and Montano will receive. It's a high punt, returnable, and it will be returned by Dodge. Dodge gets through the hole, breaks a couple tackles, and he's tackled at the 32-yard line.
So great field position right there by the Indians. Tommy Dodge, what can I say? The senior right there, great job right there of getting through the tacklers right there and making it even more of great field position for the Indians. Let's see how this offense plays it out now. I mean, they're clicking on all cylinders right now. I'd have to say the passing game looks very good, and the run game, which we didn't see from the last game, is doing a heck of a job right now.
1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Snap. Running to the near side, that's Tom Dodd trying to get around the tackle. Flag on the play as he gets around to the side. This one might be coming back for a hold. We'll see where it was. It was marked at the just before the 25-yard line. And it's a holding against North Haven.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the holding call right there, that's another big chunk right there and another great run off the edge right now by the Indians. I'm seeing all their success right now in the run game with the edge run right now. And I hope they continue to do that and use these athletic, fast running backs that they have in Montano, Dodge, and even Sullivan. You just give these kids the ball and let them use their athleticism to make plays.
So 10 yards from the spot of the foul makes it 1st and long after the penalty. The snap goes to Dodge. Dodge looks to throw. He can't find his receiver, and that one is incomplete, but would have been intercepted if he stayed in bounds. Martinez was the cornerback on the play.
And he's very lucky right there. And if I was Tommy Dodge, just throw the ball away. Instead of trying to force it and making possibly a turnover for the Gales and the Indians and changing this kind of whole game right now, just throw it away and make it a 3rd or 2nd down. A long 2nd down, I know it's a long 2nd down, but still, you don't want to give a turnover like that to a team like this.
2nd and 20. Max Sullivan gets the carry, brings it to the original line, and he breaks free! He's got to the 10-5, and he's tackled right there. A nice run by Max Sullivan for the 1st down.
And great job right there by the offensive line, just pushing off the Gales right now and really manhandling the defensive line of the Gales. And Max Sullivan, being the senior captain that he is, great vision right there of finding a hole, exploiting it, and getting a huge chunk. But a great effort by Armando Martinez to come back instead of giving up on that play.
The run up the middle is a touchdown! Indians!
And look at this. The Indians are now once down 14-0 or up 21-14. The game has completely changed right now. Let's see what type of team Shelton is and what kind of the adversity that they have to deal with now, being down a touchdown right now. Great job by the offensive line. I can't be more impressed with so far what I've seen in this first. I can't even say the first couple drives. It's been the past 3 or 4 drives that I've seen from North Haven. Line play, defensively and offensive, looks so good right now, and that's why you see what the Indians lead right now.
21 unanswered points as North Haven leads. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of
Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of HB Communications.
Nine even to go in the 2nd quarter. North Haven with 21 unanswered points to take a 21-14 lead.
It's almost like a completely different team right now.
This crowd is going absolutely nuts. This kick is returnable and will be returned. Gets us on, he's going to break free. Just a broken tackle away from possibly a touchdown there, but Martinez gives Shelton a great start. Another great field possession.
And they continue the field position. This is what's keeping Shelton in this game right now, is the great field position. North Haven special team has to do a better job of not over pursuing and trying to contain this return of Martinez. He's fast, he's athletic. You got to keep a great player like that in contain and stop giving the field position right now is really killing North Haven and really helping Shelton right now.
First and 10 from the 45. Wells pumps, throws it deep into double coverage. It is complete, and it's a first down.
Well, great job right there by David Wells of seeing. Yes, he saw the safety over the top, but still managed. A bad job right there by Max Sullivan, not reading that from the start, and kind of should have seen that, seen his receiver go with the fade route right there, the basic fade route, and he kind of just missed a missed opportunity right there by Max Sullivan, but a great throw from David Wells in stride to make it a huge gain. And Shelton's right back looking like they're about to go in and score.
A 50-yard pass there gives them a first and 10 from the 15. Wells takes it himself, goes around the edge trying to find a couple holes, flag on the play. He's trying to fumble through, and he will get inside the 10, but we'll see what the flag's for. It might be a holding against Shelton.
And Shelton, once again, shooting themselves in the foot, it seems like. Just when you think they're about to go in and score, and they had success right now with a pass, and now a recent run play by David Wells, one of the few runs that he's had that have been very successful tonight, looks like it might be coming back with the holding call.
It is coming back.
So big break for the Indians right there, and a bad mistake by the Gales.
That is Shelton's fourth penalty of the game. North Haven with 3 penalties, 2 from illegal kicks. So really one penalty that affected the offensive or defensive side of the ball. First and 15. Wells drops back, looks to throw. He's got pressure, gets through the pocket, throws it in the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Shelton. Paul Ferrigno from 20 yards out.
Well, great job by David Wells right there, seeing the pressure from the outside, stepping up and making the proper throw, and great play by Paul Ferrigno right there. And the Gales are right back in it and make it a 21-20 game. But great job by David Wells of seeing that from the start, seeing the pressure on the outside, not being fazed by it, and just stepping up and making the correct throw.
So it will be Zappi for the extra point. Hold is good, kick is up, line drive is good. So we're tied up with 8:07 to go, 21-21. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of HB Communications.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of North Haven Funeral Home.
.07 to go. Here in the second quarter, tied up at 21. A 20-yard touchdown pass from David Wells to Ferrigno, Paul Ferrigno, as North Haven tries to answer back with another touchdown or field goal. It's a low line drive kick, and this one will be returned. Getting through a couple tacklers and eventually brought down at the 37-yard line. That was Zach Orth, one of the blockers, returning that one.
You might have to throw out the defensive playbook in this game because it looks like it might be your ordinary classic shootout. It looks like it, as we've seen so far, it's 21-21. You might just see a good old shootout.
So North Haven, after punting their first possession, have scored touchdowns in each of their last 3. Here they are with first and 10 from the 37-yard line. A lot of movement going around. They've been doing this all night long, trying to shift the defense around. Montano gets the handoff, and he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage there, and eventually brought down. That was a tackle made by Jack Carr. Second down.
That's probably the one run that I've seen all night on that has been unsuccessful right now from the Indians when running. on the edge. And great play by Jack Carr right there, scoping that out from the start and from the linebacker position, flying in and getting in for the big loss. He's coming from the outside backer all the way on the other side of the field, and he made that play and reading it out from the start. So great job.
And the carry goes past the original line of scrimmage. And it'll be 3rd and long.
It's more of a manageable run right there. Great run by Max Sullivan of trying to get past the old line of scrimmage. And it's a manageable 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6, manageable, more manageable for the Indians instead of being so down 3rd and 14 you're talking about possibly.
3rd and long. Dodge tries to go up the middle, and he's going to be siphoned right there and actually lose a yard or two.
To try to possibly catch him off guard in a 3rd and 7 situation, you're thinking pass automatically, but Shelton did not get phased or confused on that. Try to catch him off guard. Great job by the Shelton defense, and you're going to see the Gales of the offense of the Gales coming back out into the field. Unless we see a fake punt, but
hey, we've seen it before on 4th and 18. Finkel back to punt. Ferrigno to return. The ball is dropped, but Finkel able to punt it off. It's a high punt, but a short one. Won't be returned, and it will go out of bounds at the 22-23 yard line.
And they really have to start talking to him as a coach right there. You really got to get on, because this is the past couple games that we've seen mishaps by Colin Finkel, missing field goal, extra points, fumbling the snap right there, and kicking the ball out of bounds. They really have to get in they got to start being a better job of getting inside of his head and talking to him, helping him out right now, because it seems like he kind of is being a little unfocused right now.
6:11 to go in the half, tied up at 21. 4 wide receivers out for Shelton. Wells fakes a handoff and takes it himself. He goes up the middle and eventually brought down past the first down marker. Tackle made by Mark Montano.
And you're starting to see more success from David Wells right now on the ground game. And North Haven has to do a better job of just trying to contain him defensively. They got to do a better job of punching Shelton in the mouth right now. Their defensive line looks like it's going back to how it was the first couple drives and getting knocked off the ball right now. And that's why you're seeing so much success on the ground of the Gales, which you really haven't seen them pass the ball a lot with David Wells.
1st and 10 from the 36. Bunch formation on the far side. Wells, the screen pass is complete. And going up the gut, we have a flag on the play as he breaks free for the first down. Have a couple flags on the play.
It looks like it's coming back.
It might offset. We'll see what the call is from the referee.
More missed tackles by the Indians. You had him in the backfield. Instead, it's a huge gain. And that's the missed tackles. The Indians continue in these games that we've seen continue to have a lot of missed tackles. And it must be having Coach Agnello go nuts on the sidelines right now, because I know how they are with coaching, and they love practicing on tackling in practice. Trust me, I'm a former player. I know. And it's probably making him go nuts on the sidelines to seeing all these missed tackles.
So both flags will be against Shelton, so that play gets negated, and they lose 10 yards on the holding penalty.
And as I continue to say it, it feels like I'm repeating myself. Shelton continues to shoot themselves in the foot right now. A huge gain right there from the Shelton Gales. Instead, it's now a 1st and 20-something right now? They're shooting themselves in the foot, but a huge break for the Indians. Let's see if the Indians can make something happen with this opportunity.
1st and 20. Wells drops back, has time, throws up the middle. The pass is complete. Somehow Paul Ferrigno got under that. One ref is saying yes, one official says yes, the other official says no. Let's see what they confirm. They actually signal it incomplete, so it'll be like 2nd and 20. It looked like a catch.
It did look like a catch. So probably the wrong call by the refs right there. And if David Wells makes that throw in stride, you're talking about a huge chunk of yards right now. Continuing in the middle of the field, Shelton is picking apart the middle of the field of the North Haven defense, and North Haven has not been able to figure that out so far in the first half. 2nd
and 20 from the 25. Wells Looks to throw. He's got pressure in front of him. He's able to dump it to the back. And he'll get to the line of scrimmage. Break free. He's got the first down. He's got a little extra. A big pass and run there to Ronnie Rich.
It's a great play call right now. And David Wells and the Shelton coaching staff have seen that the Indians have been a little more aggressive the past couple drives, catch them off guard with a screenplay, and it goes for a huge chunk of yards. Great blocking downfield, too. That's the perfect type of screenplay you like to see. Good blocking, great vision by your back right there. A first down for the Gales right now, and they continue to drive.
28 yards for the first down.
What was that, on second and
that was
20?
So second and 20, excuse me, 48 yards. 48 yards on the play. So first and 10 from the 46-yard line. Wells, quick screen is dropped by Ferrigno.
They had him open. The way the North Haven continues to play so far off coverage, playing man, but they're playing so far off, that's an easy catch right there for a possible 4 or 5 yard gain right there, and just a missed drop by Ferrigno.
Must say the North Haven defense is doing a pretty decent job applying pressure on Wells, where they have to do these kind of quick screens, and maybe they're throwing a little too quick where he can't really set up because he's afraid he's going to get hit.
But that's the thing what a great quarterback does and good coaching staff does is
Ronnie Rich is stopped at the line.
They scope that out from the start. They see that they're bringing more pressure and they're causing problems for their quarterback. So get the ball out of his hands quickly with screens, bubble screens, halfback screens, and you saw with the big play right there. And a great job by the defense of North Haven right there of shutting the run game down.
3rd and 10 after no gain on the play on second down. Vin Anastasio with the tackle.
This is a big drive. This is a big play for both teams right now, coming down to the wire in the first half right now. So North Haven could get the ball back, possibly go up 7 before half. So a big play right here.
3rd and 10. Wells fakes the handoff, the pass. What a hit by Mark Montano!
Bad throw right there. Both of them, it seemed like Montano got the worst of that hit, but a bad throw by David Wells right there. Threw it off quick, but kind of caught him, as you could see, led his receiver out to pretty much get drilled like that. But Montano gets the worst of the injury right now, of the hit.
Montano with the huge hit, but he's down on the ground. Injury timeout, 4:07 to go, tied at 21. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of
Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop.
Mark Montano was able to walk off under his own power. What a vicious hit he laid on the receiver there. We'll see if he comes back into this game as it's 4th down and 10. Low snap, able to get the punt off, and it's an angled punt. Will be returned, and not much after the return.
Looks like Mark Montano is coming back in, which is a huge relief for Indian fans and the team.
Yep, you see Montano at the bottom of your screen. He is back in this game. So they start from the 16-yard lines. Another punt for Shelton. Since their first 2 touchdowns to start this game, missed field goal, punt, touchdown, and punt. North Haven.
Well, you gotta give success right there. You gotta give credit to the North Haven defense right now, slowing down this high-powered offense.
1st and 10 from the 16. Direct snap and a run up the middle. Goes a yard.
They haven't really had much success in the previous game and this game with running up the middle right now. I've seen more success on the edges, and I think they should stick to that and not get away from it, but continue to run up the middle and try to gain some success.
2nd and 7, they will call from the 17-yard line. Hand off to Dodge, looks to throw. The pass is incomplete. He dropped it as he was going out of bounds, intended for Melillo.
Tough throw right there, catching towards the sidelines. That would have been a great play, great throw, and great catch if Melillo hangs on to it, but tough throw and a tough catch right there.
See Jack Steinman leading the offense there with Tom Dodge and the rest of the offensive line. 3:20 to go here in the second quarter, 3rd and 9. Have some movement at the line, and that's going to cause a 5-yard penalty.
And that's a big play right there for the Indians, a more manageable 3rd down and making it about a 3rd and 4, which is, looks like it's on the Indians.
Oh, my apologies. Looks like the center forced the encroachment, so that's a false start against North Haven.
I was about to say it would have been a more manageable 3rd down for the Indians. Instead, it's a tougher situation for the Indians because they're not known as a team that likes to have these type of situations right now.
3rd and 9. Steinman looks to pass. He's got time. He's got the throw. The pass is complete. We have a flag on the play. If the play stands, it will be a 1st down from Steinman to Melillo. We'll see what the flag is, though.
That was a great throw by Jack Steinman. He had plenty of time and thrown it where only his receiver could catch it. Great catch by Kyle Melillo right there. And a possible 1st down right there. That was an impressive play, impressive throw, and impressive catch, especially with the defenders. 2 defenders on Kyle Melillo coming across the field.
And it looks like it will be against Shelton, so Sagnella will decide whether or not he wants to accept the penalty. It's a defensive hold. They'll decline and take the play, a 1st down for North Haven. Finally, Steinman and Melillo connect. They've been trying really hard to get those guys through. A pass of 12 yards gets them the 1st down.
If they're going to have success, they're going to need to have Jack Steinman throw the ball. They can't have him being off tonight. It's a big game. They're going to need him as much as they can.
Montano gets no yards on the carry.
Great push by the Shelton defense right there. North Haven hasn't really been able to gain any success with running inside the tackles as I've seen tonight. Maybe a couple runs by Max Sullivan, but other than that, I haven't really seen much success from their backs, especially Mark Montano and Tommy Dodge. I've seen more success on the edges.
2nd and 10 after no gain from Montano. Ball at the 29. There's a snap. Run to the near side. Dodge trying to get around the tackler, Martinez. And he gets a gain of 2, so 3rd and 8.
It was a nice block by Max Sullivan right there. Tommy Dodge trying to read his block. It was a tough play. Great job of Martinez of not over-pursuing, playing great contain right there, and making it a tough play for Tommy Dodge to gain any type of yardage.
Third and 8 from the 31. Steinman behind center in shotgun formation. Gets the snap, looks to throw. He's got pressure in back of him. The pass is incomplete, intended for Max Sullivan.
I love the play call. It was a great play call. Read it perfectly. Shelton, kind of like North Haven defensively, has been very aggressive, kind of pressuring these quarterbacks and making them uncomfortable. And it was a great play call, just a missed opportunity right there by Max Sullivan. And possibly could have been a 1st down. Did he have the edge right there?
It would have been close, but he could have had it.
So missed opportunity by the Indians right there. And now they have to punt it back and hopefully that the defense can hold them going into the 2nd half.
Finkel will punt. Gets a good snap. The punt nearly blocked. A low ball rolls and eventually will be picked up there.
I'm almost surprised how he did not get that blocked. It seemed like the Shelton Gales brought a lot of pressure, brought the basic punt block, and somehow he got that off.
So another punt for North Haven with 1:35 to go. Shelton has a chance to at least kick a field goal to give themselves the lead going into half.
But I don't think with what they saw recently from their kicker, I don't know if they have that much confidence in their kicker, other than unless it's right at the goal line or something. And in other cases, they might just go for it in that situation.
1st and 10. Wells looks to throw. He's got time, and the pass incomplete. And a man is down on Shelton, and it doesn't look good.
You never like to see it. You never like to see that. Whenever you see a player grabbing to his knees, you just hope that it's not the worst, you know.
And that was for Rigno.
Which would be a huge loss for the Gales, because that's been one of, if not David Wells' favorite target tonight. But another incomplete throw, inaccurate, and he had plenty of time. I'm very confused as to why David Wells is struggling so much tonight. Maybe it's the dew, the ball's a little wet right now. But the throws that I've seen recently, other than the deep fade near the sidelines, he's been very inaccurate so far, and it's hurting his team right now.
Injury timeout, 1:31 to go, tied at 21. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of
Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday.
Ball for Rigno, the receiver that goes down, able to walk off the field. Let's see if we'll get an update on him. 2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line. David Wells behind center. Looks to throw, eventually hands it off to Carr, and it's a great draw play, and he's going to be marked. We'll see where he's marked. It looked like he was short of the first down, but the officials mark it right at the first down marker.
It's a great play call right there, catching him off guard, looking like David Wells was dropping back to pass, and noticing the defense playing so off right now and going into pass coverage, and they run the basic draw play, and it gets a big chunk of yards and a first down for the Gales. So it's a good play call by Jeff Roy and the staff.
They do move the chains, a first down there. Wells, the pass is complete, and a gain of 2.
Pass is complete for a gain of 2 yards.
And a timeout is called by Shelton. Timeout Shelton, 1:08 to go. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of HB Communications.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of North Haven Funeral Home.
To go in the half. Shelton has a chance to take the lead here with the ball at the 46-yard line. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys. Indians show blitz, another rush pass there.
And I like the call, another aggressive play call right now. Jamari Hicks is playing a great game defensively right now, really causing havoc, pressuring David Wells, as well as playing a great job of tackling too. A lot of great containing, not over pursuing. He's doing a great job, and he's having a great effect on this defense right now. And another uncomfortable David Wells right there, and you could tell by the throw right there.
3rd and 8, a big third down here, and we have a timeout, this time by North Haven. So, Trevor, we got 1:06 to go in this game. It has been a back and forth battle. Just when you thought Shelton was really going to take over this game.
Yeah.
They really thought they were going to take over this game.
Well, we thought too, as well.
It really looked like that Shelton was going to dominate this game. All of a sudden, North Haven, they established their run, and they scored 21 unanswered points, and we have ourselves a tie game at 106 going into the half.
The play that we'll come back to if the Indians win this game is the Mark Montano huge 65-yard run. Yes, he didn't score, but it really gave them momentum, and it really established a run game and said, okay, we got to run game back. It might be a little different, and I like what I've seen from them. They're running the ball successfully on the edges right now, and that's where you're seeing their dominance right now. They've been doing a great job offensively and defensively in the line, the trenches right now. They're doing a great job of pressuring David Wells, and this is a big third down for the Indians.
3rd and 8 from the 47. The crowd going crazy. Wells has time. He's got the pass, and it's dropped by Carr. A lot of drop passes, and it's 4th down. Big decision here for Shelton. Do you, both teams with 1 timeout left, and 1:02 to go, and it looks like Shelton will punt. They'll bring out Nick
Well, you can't be
Andrade.
Can't be certain. You got to wait because we saw already a fake punt by the Shelton Gales on a 4th and 18.
That's true.
So we have. If I'm North Haven, you definitely got to keep an eye, see if they try to catch them off guard again and trick them right now.
Mark Montano back deep on the punt. It's a good snap. Good punt. High hang time there. Montano does call the fair catch.
And the fair catch is called for.
If I'm the Indians, I'm just running the ball right now, going into the half, tied up right now. With the way they started and how they're finishing right now in the first half, it's like we've seen a completely new North Haven team. Their line play is excellent right now. Their running game has been back to what it, maybe not what we're used to seeing, but it's starting to get back to what we're seeing. And their passing game, doing a great job. I'm impressed. We got a good second half coming up, I would say.
56 seconds, 80 yards separates the Indians and the end zone. Quick pass is complete to Melillo, and he gets out of bounds. Oh, actually, he dropped it as he was going out of bounds, so it was actually an incomplete pass.
Yeah, he had it in his hands, yet he did drop it. It would have got about an 8-yard gain and out of bounds and didn't have to waste a timeout. Instead, it's a 2nd and 10 now for the Indians. So maybe they go back to now being conservative and just running the football. Maybe they try to take a shot, see where they can go. If they get a big play right there, maybe they try to take a shot at the end zone. But with the 2nd down now, I would expect them to run the ball and just go into half tied 21. Tied up at 21.
2nd and 10. Steinman looks to throw. The pass is up the middle, intended for Montano, incomplete.
I mean, he has time. He's having time all game. I think David Wells has been under more pressure than Jack Steinman has tonight. And Steinman hasn't looked his old self, his usual self, as we've seen the past 2 games, really struggling with his connection with his receivers right now, overthrowing, inaccurate throws. So we'll have to see what happens on this play right now. I keep saying they're going to go conservative, but now they may on 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 as the shifts go for the Indians. Snap to Dodge. It will be a run. He tries to get around the edge, does so. He does get out of bounds. Or the clock stops on a timeout by Shelton. So he didn't get out of bounds, so it will be 4th down after a gain of 5.
And this is what helps. This is what hurts the North Haven Indians now. You throw 2 completions, you get 2 incompletions right now, and now the Shelton Gales have an opportunity to get the ball back and possibly go into score before half. So great job of clock management by the Shelton Gales, and probably bad clock management by the North Haven Indians right there.
We'll take a look at the first half stats at halftime. In case you're just joining us, we'll let you know what's going on in this game and how we got to a 21-all tie between the North Haven Indians and the Shelton Gales. It has been a great game, to say the least. It's been a great game, and one that looked like it was going to be done early, but North Haven fought back very quickly.
Great heart. I love what I've seen from the Indians so far in this first half.
So Colin Finkel will punt for North Haven coming out of the timeout from Shelton. Field position will be very key in this punt.
As it's been throughout the whole game for the Gales and the Indians.
And the punt is blocked. Diving on it is someone from Shelton, and they score off the blocked punt.
And you want to talk about a whole change of momentum right now. The Indians give up a huge block punt right there. We've seen this within the past couple of games. The Colin Finkel, I don't like the rugby style kick. I've never been a fan of it. It's because it's a lot easier to get block punts, but also great call by this coaching staff. They needed to do something. They needed to get the momentum back. They bring the punt block, they get the punt block, and they get the touchdown. Changes the whole complexion of this game right now and possibly for the rest of the first half and the second half right now.
31 seconds to go in the half as North Haven gets a punt blocked. Shelton brings it back for a touchdown. Kick is up, and it's good. 31 seconds to go. Shelton takes the lead, 28-21. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of North Haven Funeral Home.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers.
So North Haven has 31 seconds and no time, one timeout. We'll see what they do to see if maybe they get some good field position. It's a squib kick, and it will be returned. It gets to the 35 and dropped to the 37-yard line.
I mean, that's where the clock management comes into play right there on that pass possession right there. The Indians decide to throw two passes, which both go incomplete, and then they run the ball. It gives Shelton the opportunity to block that kick. If North Haven runs the ball, waste the clock, they go into half tied 21-21 instead of possibly down 28-21.
So 1st and 10 from the 28. We'll see what they do. It looks like they will go into a kneel formation. Maybe not. Yeah, they're going to kneel here. They do kneel, and they're going to go into halftime down 7 after a heartbreaking way to end the half. A block punt, return for a touchdown.
I mean, yeah, we were thinking this would go 21 up into the second half. Instead, it's a whole different ball game now. It's completely a whole different ball game, and great clock management part by the Shelton Gales and bad part on the Indians right now. Instead of being tied, they're down 7 right now. So we'll have to see what this Indians team is made up of come second half. They're a very good first half team, but can we see a full 48 minutes of the North Haven Indians? That's going to be the biggest question mark going in to the second half. We'll have to see.
28-21, Shelton takes the lead after the block punt return for a touchdown. Halftime here. We got the second half, first half stats.
Should be a good one.
Should be a fun game. It's far from over. It's Friday Night Football on NHTV. Whether it's baseball, I rule. At the half, North Haven is trailing Shelton with a score of 28-21. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys, and Trevor, a very, very frustrating way to end the first half.
Yeah, pretty much they had the momentum going 21 straight to make it 21-14, but yeah, just a crazy turn of events right there. Looking like it was going to go into half 21-21 with possibly the momentum, and bad clock management on the part of North Haven right there. Instead of just running the ball and just going into half tied up, they're down 7 now with the misfortune of a block punt. I mean, we've seen the special teams has played a huge part of this game so far, I'd have to say, on both teams. Shelton doing a great job with the fake punt early in the game, and now with the block punt for the touchdown. We'll see how North Haven comes out this half, especially down 7 right now. We'll see how they could go for another 24 minutes. They look good for the first 24 minutes. Let's see how they go for the next 24 minutes. Should be a good second half, my friend.
And while we are getting ready for the start of the second half, let's start with the leading players on offense for both teams, and it's brought to you by HB Communications. Starting with the Shelton Gales, who lead this one 28-21. David Wells, 9 of 19 passing, 141 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ronnie Rich leads the rushing game with 8 rushes and 69 yards. And the receiving is number 25, Paul Ferrigno. He has 3 receptions, 53 yards, and a touchdown. And for North Haven, as they trail, they will. This has been an interesting game because some of these numbers are ballooned and some of these numbers are really minimalized.
Yeah.
Leading the passing right now, Jack Steinman, 3 of 8 passing with 55 yards and a touchdown. Mark Montano leads the rushing, 5 rushes for 78 yards. However, one of those rushes was for 65 yards. Max Sullivan also with 2 rushes for 44 yards. Tom Dodge has the most rushes with 9, but has only 49 yards. He is having a really tough time the last 2 games getting yards per carry. For the receiving, it's Kyle Malillo, 2 receptions for 40 yards and a touchdown. As we get set for the start of the second half, Trevor, what does North Haven have to do? What adjustments did they need to make from Coach Sagnella here going into the second half?
Well, what I've seen from the first 24 minutes is I'm very impressed with the offensive line and defensive line giving enough time. You say Jack Steinman's stats, well, 3 for 8, right? But every time that I've seen him drop back and pass, he has plenty of time to make the proper throws. He's just not getting them there in time. We're surprised of seeing this because we're so sure of seeing Jack Steinman produce as their leading quarterback. The running game has been very impressive as well. Tommy Dodge, yes, he's been struggling a little bit, but Mark Montano is playing a big part, as well as Max Sullivan having a touchdown too in this game. He's been playing very impressively, and that's because of the offensive line. And defensively, they've done a good job, a well enough job to contain, as I said in the pregame, to contain and minimize the dual threat ability of David Wells, where his throwing, where you have seen him very inaccurate tonight. He's been under pressure throughout this whole game, and I like what I'm seeing. A lot of more blitzes from the blitz packages from the North Haven defense, which we haven't seen the past 2 home games. They're causing him to miss throws, be very inaccurate, and confuse him and make him uncomfortable. So it's just continue to do what you do. I mean, it's just one mistake that's why that score says 28-21. It's one mistake. Other than that, if it wasn't for that one mistake, it would be 21-21. So continue to do what you do, and you'll be successful in this game. It's going to be another fun 24 minutes, just like it was for the first 24 minutes, my friend.
28-21 is the score. North Haven will start with the ball to start the second half, and that is great for them because they could come into this second half, score a touchdown, and tie this game. But this is going to be a huge, huge first possession because if they don't score and Shelton makes this a 2-possession game, I think they will not let this one slip away like the first time they had the 2-possession game.
You don't want to put your defense in that type of situation, which they've already had so far and early in the first half. North Haven has to continue to gain success with running the football, trying to get more up the middle in between the tackles, but continue to run the ball outside the edges, continue to pass the ball well, and you'll have success. If you continue to do with those things, you'll have more success, and it'll make it a lot more easier for the defense come their time to play on the field.
So we start the second half here as Zappi kicks it off, and it will be returned by Dodge. Dodge trying to get to the near side. He slips as he tries to find a hole, and he'll slide to the 20-yard line. Again, they start at the 20-yard line. This is the 5th time in this game they start from the 20.
Well, that's the problem with having a grass field sometimes. He gets a little dewy. He kind of slips. Trust me, I played on this field. It wasn't fun. Sometimes I'd over-pursue and I'd go flying because the field was so wet. It's unfortunate because he looked like he had a lane and possibly gained more yards and better field position for the Indians, but yet they have to start with bad field position once again. It's been a pretty much same thing throughout this game for the Indians. Bad field position on their part, good on Shelton's part.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. A lot of movement going on again. Sullivan takes a direct snap, spins, and no gain on the run.
I think Max Sullivan kind of missed that hole right there. He had a hole for a split second. I think he could have got through that hole, but he didn't think he had enough maybe in to get there, so he decides to cut back inside. Really didn't gain any kind of momentum on that, so it goes for a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 10. He actually did end up getting 1 yard, so actually 2nd and 9. Again, movement behind the line of scrimmage. There's a direct snap. It's Dodge, looks to throw, pulls it in, and he's going to go around the edge and get a gain pulled out of bounds by Carr.
Good decision making on Tom Dodge's part to keep the ball and use his feet where he's very fast enough to get to the edge and gain some positive yards instead of throwing it and possibly causing a turnover on Shelton's part. So good decision making on that by Tom Dodge.
Gain of 5, so it's 3rd and 4. Clock stops as he was out of bounds, so 11:11 to go here in the 3rd.
Make a wish.
3rd and 4. Direct snap. Dodge looks to throw. He throws. It is caught.
What a great catch by Mark Montano, but a tough throw by Tom and Dodge. With great pressure by the Shelton defensive end. That's a big part we really haven't heard a lot about is when we came into this game, Michael, you were talking to me about how this Cheshire, my fault, Shelton defensive ends have been able to get to the quarterback and make it a living heck for them and crazy for them. You haven't really seen that, and you got to give credit to North Haven's offensive line.
Yes, coming into this game, Shelton with 17.5 sacks.
I haven't seen one in this game so far, so great job by the North offensive line. But once I say something, something happens.
That's a 5-yard penalty. And here's something that I don't understand. The person who starts the play before anybody is the center.
Yeah.
How does the center commit a false start?
I never understood it. I was not a center, so I could not tell you. I never understood it. Trust me. I'm the same way when I see it all the time. I don't understand it. It's just a mishap. If the teammates, it wasn't the center actually. It was the guard.
It was the guard.
It was the actual guard.
But
it was
even
not
so,
the
he's
center.
the person next to the center.
I know.
Handoff up the middle. They get a couple yards back, but not much after that.
That's where they had recent success with the misdirection. That play, great play by the linebackers of Shelton of reading that out from the start. It looks like North Haven didn't have much green in front of Mark Montano right there, so a great play by Shelton defenders.
Chris Goodman and Jonathan Sabatka, the two players that lead this team with 3.5 sacks for Shelton, have yet to get to the quarterback tonight. It would be huge if they could get to him now.
And yet we haven't really called their name in this game so far.
Dodge has a man open, and he caught it. What a catch by Mark Montano. You got to be kidding me.
What a catch. Put that on ESPN Top 10 for tonight. Talk about a throw. You thought it might have been overthrown, but a great play, great effort. Mark Montano just throwing his body. Let me tell you, he's made 2 of the biggest plays in this game for the Indians and keeping them in this game with the big run and now a huge diving catch to make it a first down and great field position for the Indians. See if this capitalizes on the golden opportunity by Mark Montano.
34 yards from Dodge to Montano. A beautiful play.
What a play.
He had a great hit defensively.
Yeah.
He's got a great catch offensively. Dodge trying to get around the edge. Stiff arms. Able to push off a couple more yards before he's brought down a gain of 5.
Great play by Armando Martinez. We've been calling his name a lot tonight. Tommy Dodge he really hasn't been able to establish any sort of getting outside. He has the speed, but they're really doing a great job of containing him and just not giving him, because he is one of North Haven's deep threats when it comes to running the football. He's a home run hitter for them, and they've done a great job, especially on Armando Martinez, of covering the edge and really containing the edge and not being able for the Tommy Dodge specifically to gain any success so far tonight.
2nd and 5. Direct snap. Handed off to Montano. He goes up the middle and gains 3 or 4.
So it's a manageable third and 1. It's very manageable right now. Mark Montano is playing a heck of a game, let me tell you, defensively and offensively. It's the great thing about this North Haven team. I've been saying it for years. They have so many players you can use with this offense. You never know who can go off. And right now it seems like Mark Montano has been their guy tonight.
3rd and 1 from the 34. Up the middle, it's Sullivan. He does push through, and it looks like he's got the first down. So North Haven with 2 first downs in this possession get themselves inside the 35-yard line, almost inside the 30.
And I like what I'm seeing from North Haven, wearing down the Shelton defensive line right now, and the defense as a whole tiring. This is a great thing about North Haven's offense. If they can establish the run game, it continues to tire and wear down this Shelton defense.
Dodge gets the carry and gains 1 yard.
Tom Dodge continues. They might have to use him more out in the passing game right now because he's been struggling, and you got to give credit where credit is due to the Shelton defense of really containing Tommy Dodge, because coming into this game, he's their leading rusher, and they're doing a great job of exploiting him and really making other players try to beat them right now.
Handoff, or direct snap goes to Dodge. He goes around the edge, breaks a couple tackles, and is pushed out of bounds.
That's one of the few more successful runs that I've seen from Tommy Dodge so far tonight.
It's another Indians first down, a 9-yard run for Dodge.
You know what that does? That continues to wear the clock. It keeps the defense ready to go. The anticipation is getting going for this defense because it looks like North Haven's going in for a possible score. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but they're very, very impressive right now. Very first drive. Very impressive right now offensively.
As I mentioned at the half, Tommy Dodge really needed to get his yards per carries up as Mark Montano gets a direct snap and gets around the edge, breaks through a hole. He's got a touchdown. Mark Montano from 20 yards out. It's a touchdown, Indians!
Another great successful run on the edge. That's where the success of this running game tonight has come. It's been coming on the edge. Great blocking of sealing the edges right there by the North Haven line. And Mark Montano, being the great back that he is, having great vision and the great speed that he has, is bouncing it outside and making this a 28-27 game. Right now, Mark Montano is looking like the guy for North Haven tonight. And this is what the great thing about North Haven is.
Finkel for the extra point. Nearly blocked, but still goes through the upright. 7:09 to go in the third quarter. North Haven has tied it at 28. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of
Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop.
$7:09 to go here in the third quarter. 28-28 as the North Haven Indians tie things up on a nice 20-yard run from Mark Montano, set up from 20 yards of rushing from Tom Dodge, and a beautiful play from both of them. A nice pass from Dodge to Montano from 34 yards that really set up the play.
It was almost a great drive, a 5-minute drive right there by the Indians. Just a great job of really tiring and wearing down this defense. I really saw only maybe one or two pass plays.
And an interesting move by Coach Sagnella. Colin Finkel does not take the kickoff there, and it is a sidewinder kick, eventually returned to the 35-yard line.
I like the call. I mean, he hasn't had much success kicking the ball so far tonight. We've seen him kick the ball out of bounds twice, so I like the call. We got to do something different.
John Crispy was the kicker on that play, number 84. So Shelton starts from the 35-yard line with 7:04 to go. Here on 1st and 10. Snap to Wells. They try a screen, and over the head of number 16, Anthony Shivo, who actually is the team's leading receiver.
We haven't really heard his
and haven't
name
heard
tonight.
from him all night. That was his first intended pass.
And David Wells continues to be inaccurate right now, just missing an easy throw. That's a basic arrow route right there, and just missing it, just overthrowing it. I'm very surprised what I've seen from David Wells. He must be very flustered right now by the way North Haven has been making him uncomfortable in that pocket.
2nd and 10 from the 35. Wells drops back, looks to throw. He's got pressure on him. He's able to get through the defenders, gets around Hooks, got the first down, little extra, and he's got a gain of about 15 on the play.
And just when I thought the Indians were doing a great job of containing David Wells goes out and makes a huge play with his feet, and that's what is so great about him. He can be able to extend plays with his feet. If he's struggling with the passing game, then he can just go to his running game. He's one of the leading rushers as well on the team.
1st and 10. Zappi and Shivo on the near side, bunched up. Fake handoff. Wells goes to the far side. And Jamoria Hooks able to make contact and eventually pushed out there by number 51.
Great.
That is Carson Tebbets.
Great job by Jamoria Hooks. Yeah, missing the tackle, but being able to just have him stay in that spot just enough for his other defenders to come in and make the play. So Jamoria Hooks has been another player that's been pressing the heck out of me tonight with the way he's been playing defensively and offensively, even with blocking. And I believe he has a touchdown in this game, Jamoria Hooks.
He does. He got the first touchdown, a 1-yard run.
So he's having a huge impact on this game so far for the Indians.
Wells drops back, has pressure. The pass is complete. That one to Ferrigno, and they get 8 or 9 on the pass.
I like the call, though. The Indians came with a blitz. You saw the linebackers come from the blitz. That means the safeties, that the cornerbacks, it has to be a quick throw from David Wells, which he got the ball off enough time right there. But I really like the call by the Indians right there, bringing it, trying to confuse him and kind of make him uncomfortable as they continue to make him uncomfortable throughout this game. So it's a big 3rd down right now for the Indians.
3rd down, 2 running backs aside.
They got 3 running backs.
3 running backs.
Weird formation right now.
Direct snap. And they do have the first down as the carry was number 33, Jonathan Sabatka, who we actually are supposed to hear from him on the defensive side of the ball, but he gets a carry for the first down, 3 yards.
It must be a very weird formation. I've really never seen something like that. Kind of maybe their power formation right there of running. It looked almost like a punt formation. All you need to have is the punter in the back, and then that's how basically what that offense looked like. And they're running it again.
Third quarter, under 5 minutes to go. Ball gets behind Carr. Here comes the Tribe, and Carr's got nowhere to go but backwards, and he somehow gets around a couple defenders. Eventually he's brought down for a loss. Max Sullivan is the tackler, and we have a flag on the play near the line of scrimmage.
You want to say that's a great play for North Haven, but you want to also you want to just go nuts right there because you have a golden opportunity for the North Haven Indians to have that make it maybe.
It's against Shelton. It's a chop block.
But you can also see that could have been possibly a 2nd and about 30 maybe. Instead, he gains another maybe 5 or 6 yards. It's the Indians over pursuing right there and missing the tackle. They continue to show that throughout the games that we have that we've seen.
It's a 15-yard penalty.
So they're going even farther back. I think it goes back to where the ball spotted too. So where he got tackled, they'll
So
go
they
at
lost
it.
so
Add
they
it.
lost 15 yards on the
So 30
bad
yards
snap.
they lose.
They lose 15 yards on the penalty. So what would have been, it was 1st and 10. Now it is 2nd and 40.
They don't really see that a lot right now and nowadays in football, Michael.
No. 2nd and 40.
Well, it's actually first down. It is actually still first down.
Is it still?
Yes.
Oh, it's still first
it's
down.
still
My apologies. It's still first down. 1st and 40. Wells drops back. Looks to throw. The pass is complete to Ferrigno. And they get about 13 yards on the pass. Second and 26. Four minutes to go. This second quarter going by very quickly.
Third quarter.
What did I say?
Second.
Oh, I meant second half. Second half, third quarter.
Yeah, it's flying by. A lot faster than the first half, I would have to say.
And it's a bad snap. Wells able to recover, and the ball is still loose. Diving on it is the Indians. First down, Indians. Alex Chaburro picks up the fumble.
Right from the start, it started off horribly. Bad snap on the part of Shelton. David Wells picks it up, but he also fumbles right there. A beautiful opportunity for the Indians. You haven't really seen a lot of turnovers with the Indians this year, and this is a huge opportunity right now. Shelton, not used to seeing them turn the ball over. They're the other ones causing the turnovers. So Shelton playing very sloppy so far in the first drive, and North Haven has all the momentum, just like they did late in the first half. So we'll have to see if they continue and try to make this a 7-point game for the Indians right now.
This has been a very sloppy game for Shelton since the start. And fake Dodge throws it deep. The pass is complete to Montano. Dodge, Montano, first down. They do have a flag on the play, though. This one might be going back. Holding against North Haven, so hold the phone. This one's coming back.
If Tommy Dodge hits that in stride, you're talking about a touchdown. Even though there's a holding, you're talking about a possible touchdown. He had Mark Montano up the seam. I like the call, faking it look like they're going to run a basic, their 8. I like what they call the 48, their basic 48. I like it. Had Mark Montano up the seam for a first down, but it doesn't matter. Even if they scored, it doesn't matter. It's a holding. It's coming back.
Armando was outside the whole way. When he cut inside, he lost it. Jeremy? The wing.
Third and 3:38 to go in the third quarter. 28 all, as a holding penalty is going to be assessed against North Haven.
So both very sloppy, I would have to say, on the past 2 drives. The Indians right now, and now Shelton, and now the Indians right now with penalties.
So the clock continues to run now. First and 26 is the official mark.
Reverse.
It is a reverse to Montano. He breaks through. He gets through the 50, and he's still going. He's got the first down. He's got all the Gales on him. He's got all the Indians on him. And he's eventually brought down at the 40-yard line. And the crowd is going wild.
They're going bananas. You gotta love it. You gotta love seeing your teammates come. Great effort by Mark Montano. I love the misdirection. They've had great success as well on that play. Besides running on the edges, they've had great success with the misdirection counter right there. Mark Montano with a huge run. And I love what the great thing that I saw right there is his teammates came down, helped him out, and continue to give him as much more yardage as he could. So that's a great overall play by the Indians offense.
20-yard run from Montano. Dodge gets through, breaks a tackle. He's going to go through. Falls on the ground, and I think Shelton was able to get it. Let's see. Shelton's got it. So a big opportunity blown by North Haven.
You got to hold that ball. You got to hold it when you're running like that. You can't be holding it like it's a breadbasket right there. A golden opportunity for the Indians. Flushed right away. Rushed right down the toilet, as I like to say. Looked like they were going in to score with all the momentum right now. Shelton comes back with a huge turnover. And like what I just said previous drive, Shelton is known for a team of causing turnovers. I said that was one of the keys for tonight's game, and that's their first turnover of the game, 12th overall of the season so far. So let's see what Shelton does offensively and see what the North Haven D does defensively.
1st and 10. 2:42 to go in the third. Blitz coming. Hooks misses the tackle. And the ball is loose. Another fumble. It's Shaburo again. Alex Shaburo picks up the fumble again.
He's getting very lucky tonight, I would have to say. Look at that. 2 fumbles right to him.
That was Rich that put it on the ground, and Alex Shaburo picks up his second fumble recovery in as many possessions.
Wasn't this like the last game where we saw back-to-back-to-back plays with 3 plays, I think, with fumbles or something? Here we go again.
Something really crazy like that.
Here we go again. This has been a very crazy, to say the least, third quarter, I have to say.
It's been a very eventful game. So North Haven, just when you thought
they get great field position too.
They get great field position. Just when you thought they blew the opportunity, here they come back. Montano tries to get around the edge, has a block, gets through the hole, and gains about 6.
Well, great job by Mark Montano, not seeing the outside. The blocker, Max Sullivan, could not seal the edge right there, so great job of great vision right there by Mark Montano of cutting it back inside and trying to get as much positive yards as he can and making it a manageable 2nd and 5.
Now, I mentioned before that in the pregame that North Haven did not lose a home game before this year until November of 2013 was their last home loss before this season. You know, you have to go back possibly even farther for the last time Shelton lost a game.
Yeah, Shelton went undefeated. No, I think they did go undefeated last year.
They went undefeated last year.
Shelton did go undefeated last year, and this year they are undefeated right now, number 3 in the state. And last year, I think they finished as high as number 2 in the state. So, yes, they haven't lost a game either. But that's a great run by Tommy Dodge right there of gaining the first down right now.
There's an official timeout and an injury, and that's number 33 for Shelton. And while they have the injury, we'll take a timeout. 28 all with 1:48 to go. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of
Forget Me Not, full service flower shop.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Injury timeout for Shelton, number 33, Jonathan Sabatka, one of the big defensive players, out of this game right now as he limped off the field.
We're calling his name for the wrong reasons. You think, offensively, yeah, and then this with the injury, you're usually seeing him getting sacks.
Montano gets the handoff and carries it for about 3.
I like what North Haven is trying to do right now. They've seen success throughout this game with the counter, the misdirection, running the edge, so they're not running away from it. You haven't seen them really run a lot up the middle so far in this third quarter, and I'm really liking it because they've had so much success with these misdirections and catching these Shelton Gales off guard. So don't change anything that hasn't been working. That's been working. So continue to do it.
1:05 to go in the third. Snap goes to Sullivan. He goes up the middle. And he gets a few yards there. Gets it to the 25-yard line, so gain of 2 or 3.
This is definitely 2-down territory for the Indians right now, no matter what.
That's the question.
Coach
the
Agnello
25-yard line. You know Finkel has the foot.
You don't want to. With the way they've been running the ball tonight, you want to. This is 2-down territory. It's a manageable third down. If you don't get the third down conversion, you're definitely going to go for it on fourth down. There's no way Coach Agnello is thinking about kicking a field goal.
I just checked the kicking net, and Finkel is not warming up to kick as Dodge gets around. He's got the first down.
I love it. Great job. Max Sullivan, he's doing a great job of either kicking out the blocker or sealing him inside. In that case, kicking him outside, and Tommy Dodge waiting for his blocker to get by and making the first down. great job by Tom Dodge, Max Sullivan, Mark Montano as a whole, the three-headed monster. You really haven't seen a lot of Jack Steinman, but you've seen the three-headed monster, and the run game looks to be back right now.
They're trying to get one more play off before the end of the third quarter. It's going to be tough with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that will end the third quarter there. We are 12 minutes away from possibly overtime. This game is still not over.
There is no overtime in high school. It goes right to draw. It goes right to tie, yes.
I thought they don't do like college? Well, excuse me.
But still, even if they win this game or they tie this is a huge statement for the state of Connecticut because you're playing a top 5 team right now in the state.
Tied up at 28, going into the fourth quarter. You're watching North Haven High School football. It's Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of HB Communications.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of North Haven Funeral Home.
Gotcha.
We're heading into the fourth quarter, and Trevor, you have an apology, man.
I'm sorry. I for all the folks that were watching.
Right.
For all the folks that were watching this game, I would like to say, yes, I was wrong. I'm sorry.
The man who actually played high school football.
I forgot. It's been a long time. It's been 6 years.
I will say once, yes, you.
But it is college. It's college rules.
It's a modified college where they start from the 10 instead of the 20 if they do go into overtime. But
I apologize.
The last time North Haven was involved in a tie was back in my junior year of 2005. Dodge looks to throw. The pass is incomplete.
Get back to what you were saying.
The last time there was a tie, I was a junior.
And who?
And your brother and my brother
were
on the same team. They were seniors.
Played
I mean, your brother played a lot more than my brother because that was his only year playing. And
but still, he played.
He did play. He was a defensive lineman. And,
but yes, that was the last time. Good, nice
that was
memory.
A tie against East Haven back in 2005. And there is another injury on the field. It looks like another Shelton player. So we'll take a timeout here with the injury. 11:55 to go. 28 all. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of North Haven Funeral Home.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers.
$11:55 to go, and as you see, going off the field with a leg injury is David Wells of Shelton.
That's defensively, offensively, that's huge. Hopefully, if Shelton fans probably holding their breath right now, hopefully just hoping that it's a possible basic cramp right now. We'll have to see. We'll have to get a report.
2nd and 10 from the 16-yard line. Snap goes to Dodge. Dodge trying to get around the edge. Stiff arms. Dives through and gets about 4.
I have to say this kid Armando Martinez defensively has played one heck of a game of containing that edge right now and making Tommy Dodge, whoever the runner is, I can't even say it's just Tommy Dodge, but Armando Martinez has done a tremendous job of really solidifying the edge right now and making it very hard for these North Haven runners to gain any success going towards his side.
With the exception of the fumble, North Haven's 2 possessions in this half have lasted more than 4 minutes. They are really killing the clock here. Handoff. Up the middle, it's Montano trying to dive in. Did he get the ball? And he did! He did!
What an effort.
Touchdown! Indians!
What I can't believe it. North Haven is once down 28-21. You thought the Shelton had all the momentum after the block punt. North Haven continues to have great passion and heart in this game, and you can really see Mark Montano. And you see also you're seeing a change. I'm sorry, Colin Finkel is not the kicker right now.
Again, I don't know if he's injured or what, but the extra point from Crispy is good. No good. It was short. No good.
That could come back to bite them in the butt. You know, that's the past 2 games that they missed extra points and really kind of changed the whole outcome of the game. And we'll have to see. Yes, they scored. Great effort by Mark Montano. Let me get back to the run. Great effort right there. Running basic. What they've been doing is running the edge right now. And Mark Montano, or inside the tackles, that's one of their more successful runs, inside the tackle and putting the ball over the line to get a 34-28 lead for the Indians.
I'm looking at the North Haven bench right now. I do see Colin Finkel on the bench. I'm not sure if he is injured or if he is being benched by Coach Sagnella for his kicking and punting.
I don't know. We didn't see any injury.
11:05 to go as we get set for kickoff. Mark Montano with 2 touchdowns in this game, leading the North Haven Indians to a 34-28 lead.
I was just, as you were looking over your notes, I was just looking at the sidelines of North Haven, and Coach Ray Carliglio was going over to Finkel to talk to him. I don't know if he got benched or something. I do not know, which is quite
Crispy
of a surprise.
With a bad kick again.
No, that's a good kick. Very nice squib kick.
Shivo trying to get around the edge, and haven't heard his name a lot tonight as the team's leading receiver has yet to have a reception tonight.
Well, it's a great job by the defense. You got to give them praise right there. I mean, you're taking down their #1 defender. That obviously means that Tommy Dodge is doing a heck of a job on him and containing him and really totally taking him out of the game and making Shelton have somebody else try to beat the North Haven defense.
As I see the Gales come off the bench and onto the field, David Wells is in the game.
This is this might be the drive for both teams. We'll have to see.
Fake handoff pass is complete. That's for Rigno again. He's got the first down, a gain of 12.
And that's your basic keeper right there, your basic read option keeper, and giving it to the receiver. It seemed like the first drive where they had great success in that type of play. Right in the middle of the field, North Haven continues to break pressure, which I love, but it also opens up a lot in the middle of the field right there with bringing your backers and leaving so much green in the middle of the field, and that's why David Wells has been able to pick the North Haven defenders apart in the middle of the field specifically.
1st and 10 from the 46. Crowd is really going wild now. Wells, draw play, breaking a couple tackles. That's Rich, who lost a fumble on the last possession, gets 9 yards on the carry there.
And there was that was a draw play. It was very similar. This looks like a very similar drive to the first drive that we saw from Shelton, where they had great success through the air and even running the football. And it looks like Shelton is already driving with 2 plays.
Clock continues to run as we are at 10 minutes left in this game. A missed extra point could be the difference in this game now. 34-28 is the score. Wells dumps it to Shivo, who got his first reception of the game, and he's dropped. He's got the first down, though, so he's got a gain of about 4. First and 10 from the 45-yard line. I have never seen a North Haven crowd this loud before, including last year. Handoff goes to Shivo. Shivo gets through the hole, spins and drops down, just shy of the first down marker.
You gotta you gotta give your ball to your best players, and they're gonna try to do everything they can to find Shivo, whether it's running the ball or some kind of different type of passing, putting him in the slot position possibly, but they're gonna try to do the best they can to get him the ball.
Shivo with 26 receptions, 394 yards, and 6 touchdowns this year.
What's his stats tonight?
His stats tonight are 1 reception for 4 yards and 1 rush for 9.
Wow.
And a first down there for Shelton as Rich gets it through for a gain of 3.
Picks up 3 yards, and that's another Shelton first down.
Shelton looks like they're continuing to run the football, trying to melt that clock down and make it more difficult for the North Haven Indians to try to sustain some kind of drive before the end of this game.
Shivo and Zappi, the 2 leading receivers for Shelton, on the same side. Shivo in motion. Fakes the handoff. Wells has pressure. The pass is incomplete. A little high on the pass, but this is my rule, Trevor. Whether it's baseball or football, but if it's in the hands, if your hands touch that ball, it is a catchable ball. And right there
it was
dropped.
a little high on David Wells' part, continuing to look very inaccurate tonight, and that's what the presence of the North Haven defense has done so far throughout this first 40 minutes of this game right now. They're doing a great job, but they continue to have open receivers in the middle of the field, and Shelton's doing a great job. You're not really seeing a lot of success on the outside. You're seeing more of the
flags fly everywhere on that play as the pass fell incomplete. Illegal shift against Shelton.
And even that, when I saw that though, I'm not, whether the flag happened, I see another throw by like that with David Wells. It's another behind the receiver throw. It's very inaccurate. I mean, he's been consistent with that. He's been consistent where throwing it very inaccurately. I can give him that, but I'm very shocked and surprised because I've heard great things and I've seen great things of what this kid's done so far throughout the first 5 games.
So North Haven will decline the penalty and make it a 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 10 with 8:27 to go in the 4th. North Haven leads 34-28. Wells drops back, has pressure, but has plenty of time. He throws the ball deep, and it's wide open. Touchdown, but he dropped it. Are you kidding me? He dropped it. Anthony Shivo wide open for a touchdown to tie this game, and he dropped it.
A miscommunication on North Haven's part right there on, I believe, the cornerback Kyle Malillo and Max Sullivan. Just a miscommunication right there, wide open. A golden opportunity for Shelton to take the lead and a golden opportunity for the Indians, and they're going to go for it, obviously, but this is it. This is a huge, not going to say this is the game, but this play is huge.
The press box is shaking. He's got pressure. Wells able to avoid the sack. The pass is incomplete. Batting away is Alex Shaburo with a big play there. He has 2 fumble recoveries tonight and bats that ball down on a big 4th down, and a player is down for North Haven. I think it was North Haven. Might be Shelton. It is North Haven. It's an injury for North Haven. Not sure who it is as they surround the player right now. We'll take a timeout here. 8:13 to go, 34-28 North Haven. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
34-28 in the 4th quarter. It was Craig Soma who was able to walk off the field on his own power.
He looks good. He looks like it might have been just a stinger, maybe a basic cramp.
8:13 to go in the 4th quarter as North Haven leads 34-28. A big 4th down stand.
But don't forget about that 3rd down missed touchdown catch. The
Big
missed touchdown
mishap
by the leading receiver. North Haven, this is the opportunity of a lifetime right here for the Indians.
Dodge throws this one way out of bounds, almost hitting a couple cheerleaders.
Better watch out down there. It was a nice spiral, but good decision. Throw the ball away. Don't want to force anything and cause a problem for your team.
2nd and 10.
Defense just had a long drive. You want to give them their rest, their well-deserving rest. North Haven has the opportunity of the season right here to possibly go up 2 touchdowns, and make this a long drive. This is huge. North Haven, they're drooling over this because you're up 6, you're a running football team. What better way to just melt the clock and make this more pressure on the Shelton Gales?
This would be a huge upset.
A monumental upset.
Sullivan spins. He's up the middle. Gets through the defender, and it's a first down for Max Sullivan. That will continue the clock to run on an 11-yard carry for Max Sullivan as he pulls over the defense of Shelton.
I tell you, I've been so impressed with the offensive line. They've come alive tonight. They're doing a great job for their backs. Max Sullivan, that's where they've had their most success up the middle, is that basic read play right to the fullback, the direct snap right to Max Sullivan, and he's been popping 5 to 6 yards a pop, and that right there is a big first down. I've been just extremely impressed right now.
First and 10 from the 41-yard line. And we have a timeout called by North Haven. North Haven calls a timeout with 7:37 to go. They lead by 6. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of
Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
$7:37 to go here in the fourth quarter. And North Haven leads 34-28. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys in what could be the most exciting game we've ever broadcast on NHTV at Mike Vanacore Field.
Could be. Could easily be.
First and 10. Direct snap, trying to get around the edge. And Martinez again doing a good job stopping the run as Dodge got 2 yards.
I can look at his jersey. I mean, you came in with a white jersey. His jersey is covered in dirt. I mean, it just shows the kind of effort that he's played and the emotion and how great of a player he is. I mean, every time they run to his side, he's solidified the edge and just really done a great job of containing it and just making it hard on these runners of North Haven.
7:31 to go in the game. 2nd and 8, ball at the 44. Direct snap is to Sullivan, and he goes nowhere. Coach Sagnella is livid after that play.
That's one of the few unsuccessful plays of the North Haven run game tonight. Great, much-needed stop by the defensive line of Shelton right there, getting just a better push right there. And as I said, that's one of the few unsuccessful runs that you've seen from North Haven tonight.
3rd and 8 after the no gain there. As you see, Coach Sagnella yelling at his team, calling plays here. 3rd and 8.
It's a big drive right here. This is big play tonight for this game.
They do have Dodge behind center. And a flag is down, and Sagnella is going crazy.
Delay a game.
Delay a game against North Haven. That's a 5-yard penalty.
And you have to realize that because the back judge, you should see that as the quarterback. You should be able to see that the ref puts his hand up when there's 5 seconds left on the clock. You got to see that. It's unexcusable right there by the Indians right there. And you could tell that Coach Sagnella is livid right there by that recent penalty.
7 penalties tonight for North Haven. 3rd and 13.
This takes North Haven extremely out of their element now in a huge, difficult situation right now.
Dodge looks to throw. He throws it, and it's intercepted. Armando Martinez. Intended for Mark Montano. So it's 6:37 to go. It is a huge interception from Dodge.
Well, great pressure by the defensive end right there to cause Tommy Dodge to throw the off-balance throw, but also great job of Armando Martinez. You usually see a player like him, as he's the outside backer, covering the flat, but also Instead of that play, he's going farther to where the cornerbacks and safety are usually at, and great job of reading that play. So kind of just, I mean, what can I say about Armando Martinez tonight? All around just a stud at defense tonight. Has been really impacting this game for the Shelton Gales. And, well, let's see what the North Haven defense is made up of now.
The crowd does not quiet after the turnover. Hand off to Shivo, and he breaks a tackle. Flag on the play. Breaks a couple more tackles, eventually brought down for a gain of 9. But this might come back, and it will. A Shelton flag.
But North Haven, they get the penalty, and they're happy now. But you know what? This is over and over that I've seen from the past couple of games that they continue to miss tackles like that. One-on-one tackles, easy tackles that they should be making, and they continue to miss it. They get a lucky, huge break right there, and Shelton continues to shoot themselves in the foot right now. Instead of making it about a 1st and 10, it's now 1st and 20.
North Haven coming off a bye this week, as is Shelton, but you know, the defense definitely improved from the 2 times we saw him this year with applying pressure to the quarterback.
Oh, yeah. You definitely knew that Coach Sagnell and that coaching staff was going to get on that defense, and especially that defensive line. And you definitely see have become very aggressive tonight throughout this game.
6:27 and counting. Wells has plenty of time, but he's got pressure now. The pass is complete and pushed out of bounds before he got to the original line of scrimmage. Yeah, it was Ferrigno. And another player injured. Soma is able to hobble off the field, and he's got a knee injury there. Second and 13 on the pass to Ferrigno. Wells looks to pass, throws it up the middle, and it's complete. That's to Zappi. He's got the first down and a little extra.
Great job right there by David Wells again. I mean, he's seeing the pressure coming from the outside, the defensive ends, doing a great job. But David Wells, being a good quarterback, stepping up and making the correct throw and proper throw, and right on target, too. One of the few throws that I've seen so far in this game from David Wells that have been on target. And North Haven gives up a big first down, which was once a 1st and 20.
1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Another first down for Shelton. Under 6 minutes to go. Fakes the handoff. Wells takes it himself, and there's the tribe closing in. First man on there, number 51, Carson Tebbets.
Great job. It looked like David Wells was a little confused right there, but David Wells also walking up limping.
Wells, who left the game for a little bit earlier with an injury.
Great job by the defense right there. You thought David Wells was going to give it to the running back right there, but great job of North Haven being in contain and not over pursuing and making the tackle right there.
2nd and 10, 5:20 and counting. Wells drops back, looks to throw. He takes it himself, slips through Montano, and he's got the first down, a gain of 12.
I mean, I continue to like what North Haven's doing. They're bringing pressure, but you can't over-contain. You have to contain a quarterback like that because he can easily step up and extend plays with his legs, and that's what you've been seeing with Wells. He's reading that blitz now. Now it's becoming easy for him because at first it was difficult because you're not used to seeing North Haven do these kind of blitzes. But now that you're seeing it, David Wells has finally picked up on it, and he's gaining more and more confidence in that.
1st and 10 from the 25, 5 minutes and counting. The crowd has not stopped yelling since the second half. And a nice stop there, number 79. That is Henry Pearson with the big stop there.
But also a great job by Aaron Bell, the linebacker right there, of stopping him and slowing him down for the other guy to get in and make a great play right there. So another great stop on the North Haven part.
So a loss of 2 on the run.
But can they keep that up for 4 downs? That's the thing. You get a play like that, and then the next play you give up big chunks. Can they do that for a whole 4 drives? 4 plays.
Wells fakes a handoff. Screen pass to Shivo is complete. Gets around a couple tacklers. Still going. And he is still going before finally pushed out of bounds.
missed tackles, more and more missed tackles by this North Haven team. I continue to see it throughout this game. You had them at about maybe a 5-6 yard gain. Instead, it's now 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2. Continuing on the missed tackles. I don't get it.
Shivo, who did not have a reception in the entire first half,
They
has
don't-
2 now in this half, but could have had 3 for a touchdown. Quick pass is complete. That is enough for the first down.
And you got to see that there's nobody on him. And if they are, they're playing 4 or 5 yards off the ball. When it's 3rd and 4, you can't be playing so far off and giving him that much of a cushion right there. You have to be playing up tight with him.
Shivo again with the reception as they start to incorporate him in this game.
You have to jam him at the line, and North Haven isn't doing that. I like what I'm seeing from this whole defense so far throughout this game. The only problem that I continue to have is seeing them play so far off the ball and the receivers and giving them that much cushion. They're playing in the end zone almost.
1st and 10 from the 8. Wells, bad snap. He's able to regain it. He's going to throw. The pass is complete. Is he in bounds? Yes, he is. Touchdown, Shelton.
When you see a play
Anthony Shivo.
when you see a play like that, you see the once you see the ball on the ground, it kind of changes everything. Everybody, it's a free for all. Then your whole basic playbook just goes out of the wall, and you just got to get open and make the play. And you saw that great play by David Wells of picking that up, throwing it to his favorite target. And now Anthony Shivo, guess what? We haven't talked about him throughout the game. In these past couple drives, that's all we've been talking about.
So it will be Zappi to kick the extra point. And a timeout is called, an official timeout. Not sure why the official would call a timeout here.
They need a water break. Where's the water boy? This is a crazy game. It's going back and forth.
3:48 to go in the game. We're now tied at 34, but Shelton will kick the extra point to try to take the lead. Good snap. Good kick. Through the uprights, and Shelton takes the lead.
Well, this is what every player dreams of in a situation like this. You're down a score. Guess what? You have the golden opportunity of pulling off a massive upset in the state of Connecticut. And it doesn't get any better like this. I've been in situations like this, trust me. It's one of the best feelings to play in a situation like this.
With 3:48 to go in the game, Shelton takes the lead 35-34. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of HB Communications.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Ken Tedeschi and the marching band of North Haven playing couldn't play a more fitting song. The final countdown, 3:47 to go in the game.
That's it, the final countdown. This is
A
it.
beautiful kick there, able to be returned by Dodge. He has to return it as he got it in front of the end zone. Gets around a tackler, keeps going, and eventually dropped there at the 25-yard line. A great return by Dodge.
It stinks because if he misses that tackle, you're talking about even a better return. You're talking about possibly maybe going 6. He looks like he had the edge right there. And with his speed, he can break that off for a long, distant touchdown.
1st and 10 from the 25. So they have 75 yards with 3:41 and 2 timeouts.
I don't think they kicked the ball either, even though they're down 1. I don't think
They got to go for 2.
I don't think they kicked the ball.
They got to score, and they got to go for 2 to make it a 7-point game. Steinman has pressure, dumps it off to Sullivan. He's got around, he's got the first down, trying to pull over. He's got to get out of bounds, stop the clock.
No, you got plenty of time. You have plenty of time. You don't have to rush. You still got your plenty of timeouts. And this is a play they called earlier in the game where Max Sullivan dropped it. But this time catches the ball. I love it. I like what they call. I like the call because You see the anticipation of the Shelton blitz package right there coming. Jack Steinman realizing that and giving it off to his running back and giving him the ball and making it a first down.
1st and 10. Handoff goes to Dodge. Looks to throw. The pass is intercepted. And Dodge is slow to get up, but an easy interception there by number 13, Santino Durante.
He did. If you saw that play, Dodge threw that, and Kyle Malula wasn't even looking. He threw that, miscommunication on the part of Tommy Dodge and Kyle Malula. It looked like Kyle Malula was looking like Jack Steinman was running the corner route, and Kyle Malula was running the deeper corner route, but miscommunication on that part. Tommy Dodge was getting pressure, so he had to throw it. In my case, like I said all throughout the night, throw the ball out of bounds.
So 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line after that play. An interception from Durante. His 2nd interception of the season, and it's a run up the middle. Gets about 5 on the play. So North Haven needs to make a big stop here defensively. They are 3-2 coming into this game. Both losses at home after winning 2 straight years of going undefeated at Mike Vanacore Field. 2.5 to go. Wells hands it off again. Gets around to the edge. That's Rich. And he gets the first down there. Tackle made by Sullivan.
And now the North Haven Indians will have to start taking their timeouts. Great job of running the football by just continue to run the football.
And don't forget, at the end of this game, we have the Diamond Player of the Game brought to you by Arnold's Jewelers, the North Haven Diamond Center. I'd like to thank all our sponsors right now as we're in between plays. HB Communications, North Haven Funeral Home, Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop, and Arnold's Jewelers.
It's an unfortunate turn of events. It seemed like North Haven had all the momentum and just, yeah, very unfortunate right now. North Haven has to do anything they can to kind of try to get a turnover, hopefully a slip, fumble, or something.
Rich carries it for a 1-yard gain and a timeout called by North Haven with 1:55 to go. That's their 2nd timeout. 35-34, Shelton leads with under 2 minutes to go. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV. And Trevor, as we have the timeout here, under 2 minutes to go, this is a game that if North Haven does not come out with the victory, this is one that let that slip out of their hands.
Yeah.
Similar to the game against Cheshire, which ended with a missed field goal.
If you even think about the Notre Dame, you think about the score. It was all the extra point. I mean, it's a momentum swing. This game is all about momentum, and that one kick, it really just changed everything. It could be 35-35. We may not even be talking about this game being like in defeat possibly. It's just a missed opportunity. I'm not going to say the game's over yet. You never know. They still have 2 timeouts left. So time will tell.
1 timeout. They just took their 2nd timeout.
Oh.
They took a timeout early in the 3rd quarter. 1:55, 2nd and 9. Wells runs to the outside. He is stopped. And it's a gain of about 4. And North Haven will take their final timeout here with 1:47 to go. It'll be 3rd and manageable for Shelton. A first down will solidify a victory for Shelton. If North Haven could stop them,
they'll get the ball back.
They'll get the ball back.
With about a minute left.
The question is, will it be a 1-point game, or will it be a 4-point game, or will it be an 8-point game? So North Haven out of timeouts. A huge, huge down here. This is the game.
It's just very unfortunate. It's just, this is, very unfortunate. North Haven played their hearts out tonight. Everything I saw from start to finish, They were down 21. They were once down 14-0. Came back to make it 21-14. Even the efforts that I've seen by Mark Montano, the defense, they played their hearts out tonight. It was an all-out effort, and if they were to come out in defeat, it'd be a disappointing, one of the most disappointing losses that you can have as a player. It's very disappointing, but hey, we'll have to see. Still plenty of time. They have to get the stop here, though. This is it.
The crowd going nuts.
Timeout.
And now a timeout called by Shelton. 35-34, 147 to go in the game. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of North Haven Funeral Home.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers.
3rd and 5, 147 to go. The biggest third down of North Haven's season. It's a handoff, and he is stopped for a gain of 2.
So it'll be 4th and 2.
So it's 4th and 2, a decision here for Shelton. They have the kicker to kick the field goal.
I think they're going to go for it.
They could go for it. It is a
The clock
makeable,
run-
it's a convertible 4th down. The clock still continues to run regardless. Shelton has 2 timeouts left.
This is it. This is the play of the season.
You most likely would see a run here
Yeah.
on 4th and 3, but
I'd be
the
surprised.
element of surprise might be a pass, a play action.
But here's the thing. I'm already looking. If they decide to pass, they have a guy wide open in the slot right now.
Shelton calls a timeout. So they let the clock run out as much as possible, call the timeout, and make a decision. Judging from what I see here, it looks like they will go for it.
Yeah.
It's sort of a
Or
no-brainer
maybe
because even
you
if they
should-
don't
no,
make it, it's still a
But
lot of
but
field.
If you're North Haven, you have to watch for the snap because one offside encroachment,
The game's over.
So you have to. If I'm Coach Agnello or Coach Velarde right now in the situation, you have to tell your teammates and players, stay on sides because if they try to catch you off guard, they might do they might just try to catch you off guard, and a possible encroachment ends the game right here with a hard count. So you have to make sure. This is where I said you have to be disciplined. This is a disciplinary moment right here for North Haven. You have to be careful.
4th and 3 with 1 minute to go. Man in motion. Wells hands it off up the middle. I think he's got it. Depends on where they mark it. It's very, very close. If the nose got it, it's a 1st down. That's it. North Haven can't stop the clock anymore.
Heartbreaker.
Shelton will advance to 6-0, and North Haven will fall to 0-3 at home this year.
That's unfortunate. Heartbreaking loss for the Indians. The Shelton Gales escaped narrowly.
A very, very heartbreaking loss for the Indians.
You couldn't ask for a better game from the North Haven team as a whole. That's the worst part about it is that you play so hard and yet you come so close, yet you're so far, and you have a result like this.
You see the crowd starting to file out on what is a truly heartbreaking loss for the North Haven Indians as they file up.
I mean, I'm
Shake
heartbroken.
hands.
I'm heartbroken because I've dealt with it. This is horrible. It's a terrible situation because you played your A game, you played the best you could, you played your heart out, and for a result like this to lose to the number 3 team in the state, so close, and you lose by an extra point.
An extra point missed is the difference in this game. Final score is 35-34. We'll take a break, and after the break, we will have our Diamond Player of the Game brought to you by Arnold's Jewelers, the North Haven Diamond Center. Again, the final score, Shelton 35,
North Haven 34. It's Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of Arnold's Jewelers.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friday Night Football on NHTV is brought to you through the support of
Forget Me Not Full Service Flower Shop.
Once again, the final score, Shelton 35, North Haven 34. It's Friday Night Football on NHTV. A very heartbreaking loss here at Mike Vanacore Field. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys for the postgame show, brought to you by North Haven Funeral Home. And Trevor, this was probably the most heartbreaking loss any player can experience.
I mean, yeah, I've been through it. It's very similar to the one we had a month and a half ago with the Cheshire game. These are two heartbreaking losses coming right down to the wire. Those are two games they lost by a total of 4 points. I mean, you can easily be 5-1 right now instead of 3-3, and these are heartbreaking losses. North Haven has been in these games each and every week, and they're on the wrong side of it, though. Tonight, I was extremely impressed with how North Haven played, offensively, defensively. They looked extremely impressive, and that's what hurts the most, is that they're this close. They were this close tonight against a great team. I mean, you played the number 3 team in the state, and you look at the scoreboard, 35-34. It hurts because I'm a former player, and it's very tough to see a defeat like this.
Now, I never played an organized football game in my life, but I will say this. You don't need to be experienced in the game to know that North Haven missed out on a lot of missed opportunities tonight, not taking advantage.
Yeah.
Shivo misses or drops an easy touchdown pass.
Yeah, he catches
the missed field goal. It did lead to a touchdown, but still, the missed field goal or the missed extra point by North Haven.
Don't forget about the block kick, too.
The block punt, which led to a touchdown. The back and forth fumbles. There's a lot where North Haven could have won this game by 1 or 2 touchdowns, and they ended up losing by 1 point. So, yes, you want to say it's a moral victory because they almost beat a team that hasn't lost in almost 2 years. But at the same time, they beat themselves.
Yeah, and this is what I said. This is one of the keys to the games that I said is get back to the basics. Continue to be disciplined. And, yes, they were a lot better. Still fumbling, though. Like we said, the block punt really, I think, changed the game, even though they came back 34-28. The missed extra points, that's 2 straight games that we've seen mixed extra points that turn out to could be the deciding factor, especially this one, as we can see by the score. It's just, it's tough. They got a lot better with being disciplined, but they're still just, like I said, they're this close from being a complete team. And I'm surprised because Coach Sagnella is one of the best coaches in the state. And they continue to do the same things that we've been seeing since the first week against Cheshire. Fumbling the ball, missed tackles. I can't emphasize, because I was a defensive player, and I was one of those players that the teammates look up to me because I would always come up for we would always make big hits and make guaranteed tackles. You're not seeing that. You're missing tackles, easy open field tackles, and that is a killer. That is a killer for any defensive coordinator, any coach in general, and as for a player. And, I mean, they have tough couple more games that are very tough. You got West Haven, who's one of the top teams, another top 5 team in the state. Then you play Xavier back here in 2 weeks. Then you got to play Prep at home. And then you play Amity on Thanksgiving. It's a tough schedule. They have to get back to the basics. They have to get back to the basics, like I continue to emphasize each and every week. I feel like I keep repeating myself, and it gets like it's repetition. But still, they have to get back to the basics of being the North Haven team that we're so used to seeing.
Now, one thing that North Haven has really had trouble doing this season is establishing the run. We saw last game, it was 30 rushes for 37 yards.
Yeah.
Tonight, they finally got the run going. Tom Dodge finally getting the yards per carry that we're looking to see, but it's the diamond player of the game that we really need to focus in on. It's the Arnold's Jewelers diamond player of the game, and it's Mark Montano. He comes in, pretty much trying to fill the role that his brother left for him.
Yes.
Mike Montano was a terrific player here for the Indians for a couple of years. Mark Montano's picking up where he left off and had a great game tonight against a very, very tough Shelton team. He finishes the game with 12 rushes, 145 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Okay, he also added on 2 receptions for 42 yards.
So yeah,
okay?
he did it all.
He did it all, and he was also great defensively. He laid a huge hit that broke up a big play to force a 4th down and eventually a turnover on downs on that play. So, you know, Mark Montano gets the Diamond Player of the Game, and because of that, a $50 donation in his name to the Ronald McDonald House.
That's what makes it. Sorry to interrupt you, but that's what makes this offense so great. When you have one of those guys like Tommy Dodge, he was their leading rusher coming into the game. We really didn't see him kind of have his breakout game and continue to be dominant like he was. Mark Montano stepped up and took his place, and well deserving of the player of the game.
Once again, North Haven falls to Shelton as they fall to 0-3 this year at Mike Vanacore Field. The final score is 35-34. For Trevor Keys and everyone here at North Haven Television, my name is Michael Valenti saying so long from Mike Vanacore Field.